back.
They'll get an alert.
Oh, I know.
Hey guys, welcome to Dinner and a Game.
Oh, Jesus.
Where we be robots.
That sounded like going through a drive-through.
What? What did you say to me?
Oh, are we live?
We're live.
We're live. I just wanted to see what.
Oh,
this
hi.
is. Hi, we're live now. And I can see people moving.
And 10.
I can see moving.
Yeah, it looks like
Movement?
it's whatever you did. It's fixed for now.
For now.
I lowered the frame rates down by a lot.
For now.
What was the frame rate at before?
60.
God damn it, can
Oh
you
yeah, I don't
not?
think it doesn't need to be 60. I don't believe for this.
I turned it down to 30. I dropped it by half.
Yeah, that still looks fine.
Ouch, ouch, ouch.
I just
We're
want
not
to
playing no
watch.
video games.
No, we're not playing video games. We're just trying to be beautiful. I'm trying to be beautiful.
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 Where's my wife?
All right. So anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry for the interruption. We hope that is going to fix everything, and we are not going to have any more problems with that. And I'm going to make sure those settings are saved for everything across the board, because everything else is the same. But we look like we got good connection now. So, Josh, I am so sorry we interrupted you. Thank you very much for your patience, sir, and putting up with my shenanigans with this bullshit. Please continue.
So you guys are in a cave.
Cool.
Like, yeah,
We're-
you haven't
We can
decided.
leave.
How
We're
dank
in a
is-
cave.
You didn't decide what exactly you were gonna do. You just kind of talked to Johnny about what's the best plan of action. Which with a couple of hours of daylight, Johnny, you would know because there's only a couple of hours of daylight, and unless you guys want to cross the river in the same way that you did before, you're adding an extra 45 minutes, maybe an hour onto your journey back to the lake.
Mm-hmm. But do I think before nightfall? Do I think that we'd be able to get to the lake?
If nothing slows you down or stops you, you'll probably arrive right around or just after sundown.
Okay. Yeah, I think we should do it.
Agreed.
All right. Like I said, Johnny, this is your call. I'm completely. I'm worried that we're pushing it too hard, but it is.
I would say that I can give my my recommendation, but it is a call for all of us, not just a singular. I'm no way the leader of this group. I think that would be one of y'all. I'm just a guide. However, if I know that we can get to our destination before nightfall, which is my only concern. But if you guys think we should rest for the rest of the day, I mean, I'm all game.
Like I said, what I'm factoring this in is the territory. You've seen what we've just encountered. You know what to expect, hopefully.
Mhm.
And if you recommend that we can continue on, then we're gonna.
All right. Let's go. Get back to the cart.
We did load everything else up in the cart already, though, right?
Well, the cart's back at the road.
Shit.
Yeah, you have.
We gotta
Yeah,
lug
you
all
have
this
to
shit all the way down to the cart.
Yep.
And how are we gonna get all these pelts across the damn river?
This is a damn eating ram. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Give me all your fucking ram.
Sounds about
so-
right.
By the way,
Oh,
I
and they got
did.
a really great view of my
order
face,
an
super
upgraded
close, trying to
processor
look
for
at
this
that.
machine. So I bit the bullet and ordered it. Even though it's not where I want it to be, we need the performance enhancement, so I went ahead and ordered a new processor.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
So
So we're gonna new
Uh,
processor.
So you left. So you left the cart back on the other side of the river.
Yes.
Actually, you left the cart back where you first fought those wolves.
Yes.
So to get back there, Johnny, you've got two choices. Either go directly back the way you came, and then you'll have to cross the river in the same way, or you can travel a bit further downwards and try to get to the bridge, and then you'll kind of just like loop back up.
But that would mean that we'd be getting at the lake like just after nightfall, though, right?
Right. Provided that nothing
Slows us
you
down. Which is, I mean, that makes, yeah, this is, I don't want to leave the cart out there. I think that, I think that if we decide to do bed down, I think it should be closer to the cart.
I agree.
I don't think we should be leaving our valuables out there on the road for anybody to commandeer with their itchy fingers.
If we've learned anything about this land, it's that it's not safe to leave things out in the open.
If it's still there, hopefully.
Johnny, you know that leaving something like a cart out in the open at night is infinitely safer to protect it from like thieves than leaving it out in the day. But you also know that there's a lot more than just thieves and bandits on the road.
Right. That's why I was saying we should kind of camp out. If we were going to camp, we should camp out closer to the cart, but still off the road. If we decide to, I think that we should just get to the cart and keep going. But it's up to everybody.
No, like I said, you're the native, Johnny. You know what's going on. You know what to expect. So if you say we press, we press. That's why we have you along. That's why we agreed to go kill the werewolves with you. We're literally paying you for your expertise in this area. You know, being a native, we're hoping that means you know what to tell us. So. Meantime, we'll stick with it.
I looked down at the hides of the wolves that I just skinned and the werewolves. And I was like, well, I think that it's not really a paid situation. We all are into this together. That's why you guys are definitely getting a cut of this contract that I have. But I do understand what you're saying, and if that is the case, let's press on.
All right. So we get everything. Well, we're gonna get back to the river. We're gonna have to make some kind of raft to get all these hides across. I mean, I can carry them a long freaking way. I've got an 18 strength. I'm a beast, and so I can carry these things a long freaking way. But getting this much across the river, we're gonna need to do something like a makeshift raft and like tie it off with rope and drag it across the river type situations.
Or a bridge.
Or a bridge.
I think we should. I think with what we just went through, and with the added weight that we have on our load, we should probably just bite the bullet and go down to the bridge.
All right.
I don't want to look over at Killerum. I don't want any.
He sheepishly looks away, like what?
I don't want to lose any of y'all to the current. So that is what I am going to.
Barovian sky today, you know.
That's
As we're in a cave.
it's so beautiful. Right?
All right, I pack up my the hides and I start trekking out of the cave, and making my way to the river, and then I'm gonna go downstream from there, or upstream.
Yeah.
All right. So it's pretty easy for you to find the way. You've been through these woods just a myriad of times. Leading the way is going to be pretty easy. Asarius is going to go ahead and follow with you. Are you just loading stuff onto the horses right now and then letting them do a lot of the heavy lifting, or what are we doing with the horses? Because you still got 2 horses outside.
Yeah. So with the with that being said, does Killerum get another spell slot if he short rest again in one day?
Nope.
Nope. We can only burn that once.
Yeah, let's just use them as beast of burden then.
Yeah.
Okay. She's gonna go ahead and lead both the horses then, so that way, you guys can kind of forge the path ahead. And she's pretty good with animals, so nothing to worry about here. Go ahead and make me a. Let's get Johnny to give me a survival check, and let's get a designated perception check. And
man.
then some
Not
D12s.
me.
Yeah, your perception girl is gone now.
Yep. I was about to say I've got a plus. I think we all have +2s. So
I have +0, so you don't
I've got
want me to do it.
I don't
I'll
have
roll.
a plus nothing.
I'll roll it. I got some decent stats.
Someone better have some decent stats.
Right?
I
Okay.
rolled a natural 20 as well. So.
Yeah!
Okay, alright, and then if everyone else could roll me a D12.
Yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. D12.
Mm-hmm. So that's a 3.
Hey, turn
Fine.
this-
Can you
5.
get over here so I can... There you go.
Just missing a D12 from Eric.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Alright.
Die roller. Bonky bonk. I hate doing D12s. They scare me. That wasn't
Okay.
Eric, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes. Good.
Alright. So Johnny, you are leading them, and you remember how far away the next bridge is. It's pretty easy for you to lead this group. Everyone's making a pretty decent pace. You go to the river and then you're just gonna follow it to the bridge?
Yeah,
Right.
I'm trying to find like I'm trying to go to the river so I can just follow the river instead of trying to remember where this bridge is.
Right, you're just walking alongside of it.
Yeah.
So that makes the job all the easier. Getting back to the bridge is very easy for you. You just follow literally your own tracks back to the bridge, and you guys continue down this river for about 20 minutes, and Johnny, you start to recognize the territory, and you realize that about 5 minutes up the road here is the where the bridge will be.
Sorry, I thought that was obviously an accident.
What? Oh,
I
the
rolled dice.
the roll.
Oh.
It's all right. So it's you rolled a 2.
Yay!
Uh, It will come back to haunt you later.
No.
Ooh.
Just when you have 2 damage left, and that's gonna come back and hurt you. No, so you are walking along, and everyone's probably feeling a little on edge, a little weary, just because of how things have been going. Kilrim, you have been just kind of scanning the horizon wildly. Just it's this place doesn't sit well with you. It hasn't, especially after the events of earlier in the day. And you kind of feel like there are things always just out of your vision. You're seeing things on the edge of your peripheral vision. You turn, there's not anything there, or it's just an oddly shaped bush or tree, and you're kind of feeling a little jumpy.
Definitely.
And it's right about the time that Johnny turns back to the group, and Johnny, you said you would probably travel a couple feet ahead of the group, right?
Yeah, if not more, probably like
How-
within 30 feet.
Yeah, within 30 feet. So about how far?
I would say 30 is good.
30? Okay. So Johnny's about 30 feet up, and he turns back to look to the rest of the group, to give everyone the good news that soon you'll be coming up on the bridge. And as you turn to look at him, you see that just ahead of him on the shoreline, there is a body that is lying face down on the shoreline that seems to be caught on this bush that is like, so half of this lower half of its body, its legs are in the water and kind of being like drug along by the river, but its upper half seems to be caught in the bramble of this brush. It's just kind of holding it there.
Did I see it at all, or is it Kilram?
You were kind of taking in the scenery here, and it's
Okay.
a good it's a good like 60-80 feet, and it's kind of like tangled up in the brush. So if you weren't looking for it, it would be very easy to miss. But Kilram, what do you do about this?
So I'll holler out to Johnny and be like, "That's great news, but I think that we got something in the river up there that's stuck in a bush. Looks like a body."
I look back and
I point
do
at
I
it.
see it?
Yeah, as it's pointed out to you,
Yeah.
it's easy enough to see. You kind of look over, and
I'll start approaching it too.
it's not fully emerged from the bush. It's just kind of like you see like an arm that's gone kind of limp, but is still caught on this brush.
Yeah, I take out the crossbow and approach just to kind of. I'm approaching like not at a slow pace, just to kind of make sure that this thing doesn't try to leap at me if it's something not quite dead.
I'll follow 10 feet behind him.
And I'll draw my blade, and I'm gonna get with. I'm gonna move up a little bit, but I know I'm louder than crap, so I'm gonna stay like about 30, 40 feet back. I don't want to startle anything or alert anything to their presence if they're sneaking up.
So you get up to it, Johnny. You're the first one there, and are you gonna try to you're gonna try to get it out of the brush, or are you going to?
Well, I just want to kind of make sure this thing is actually dead. I want to see if this individual is alive, and if they are not, if they're actually dead, or if it's something else nefarious.
Okay. Give me a investigation check.
Deal.
It is so something else nefarious.
Yeah, that says natural 20, baby. Ooh.
That's two of them. Holy shit!
So-
The High Roller gods are smiling on us tonight.
Mhm.
So, what's your passive medicine one more time?
Passive medicine is 18.
Okay, so you get up close to this thing, kind of being wary just in case, and you are looking in through the brush here. You see that it is the body of a random woman. It looks like it looks like she's been dead for a couple days. She looks like she died from possibly exposure. She was just out here, and
Exposure to underwater, or
no, so if you want to pull her out and give a full-on medicine check, you'd be able to tell if she drowned or if she just like died from
being in the
out
wilderness.
being out in the wilderness, being out in
All
the
right.
elements.
I'm
But as best as you can tell at a glance, she looks like she's like kind of mid-30s, still kind of young, but not a child.
All right, I'm going to
looked like she looked like she was in good enough shape to kind of survive out here.
Mhm.
At least for a journey. Maybe not like if she's roughing it.
Yeah.
But
I holster, I guess, my crossbow. I look at Killer.
And yes, she with your natural 20, she is dead. She is very much dead, and she is not. She does not look like she is undead playing dead.
Got it. Well, just in case, I look at Killer and I go, this thing moves.
Blast it.
Blast it. And then I go to do it, and I look back. I'm like, not with fireball. And I go back and go, actually, just don't. I'll be fine. And then I go in.
You're sending mixed signals, Johnny.
And yeah, I would like to do a medicine check
If
to
anything,
see how this.
if anything happens, don't do anything.
Yeah.
Be aware, but don't do anything.
God damn it. 12 medicine.
So with the 12 medicine, like, your best guess is that she, you look, from the look of her, it looks like all of the, the bloatedness, and the damage from from being in the water, and being in the river, might have been post-mortem.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't have a lot of telltale signs of drowning. It looks more like she possibly just died of maybe just a heart attack or something. It's difficult to tell because of the damage done to her. She's very scuffed up. She's very bruised, very dirty from just kind of being carried around in the river. You notice that she's not wearing any shoes, and the bottoms of her feet are just absolutely torn up. And from the way that she's dressed, she probably didn't mean to be out here like this. She's not wearing like any coats or nothing to protect from the cold of the night. And you're a couple hours from the nearest town, and you do not recognize her from being from Vallaki.
I'm going to go rooting around in her pockets and everything and see if I can find anything that perhaps might identify her, but also, I'm fucking broke, man.
So.
But, like, the intention is, I want to know if there's a way I identify her. And probably, like, give this to a family member that we might come across. But also, the dead don't need coin.
She's got, oh, yeah, go ahead and roll your investigation.
Sure. Oh, son of a bitch.
You don't find anything that is going to identify her. She's not wearing, like, dog tags or, like, a name tag or anything like that. And she doesn't have a wallet with her driver's license, unfortunately. But...
Old driver's permit.
But you do find she does have kind of, like, tucked away like under her blouse and, like, kind of up into, like, where the belt line would be, if she was wearing a belt, is this small coin purse that's kind of been it looks like it has been opened, but not like, it looks like it was, like, torn open, probably from, like, a rock or something, but it does still have 15 copper in it.
I'd like to pocket it, but, like, not obviously, just for the sake of, like, I did just meet these people. I don't want them to think I'm some sort of grave robber.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand check.
I think this one will be. Oh wow! Don't I, as a rogue, don't I get, like, sleight of hand proficiency or something? I mean,
yeah, if you choose it.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
If you're a sneaker boy. Ooh. So you go to take the coin purse, and you rip it a bit more, and the 15 coins, the 15 copper coins, just kind of scatter onto the ground. And you,
I look at it and I go,
you go and you're kind of like picking them up, and you're like, I'm so sorry.
Kilrim goes, anything decent on her or pocket change?
just looks like pocket change as I'm picking it up.
At this
I
point,
look
Eric
back-
comes walking over and he kind of looks
Yeah.
around and he's like, "Really?"
You definitely did not find me at my best at this moment. However, I was going to ask if we could take the time to bury this individual, but
Yes.
I would not recommend taking that time.
I look around. Is there a lot of big river stones and stuff like that?
Yeah, you could find a couple.
Well, I'm just looking to like just do a quick stone pyre over her. Move her off the stream and just like cover her with rocks. That's the best thing we can do. I don't want to spend hours digging a grave and everything like that, but I want to.
Yeah,
and...
you could do a makeshift grave in about it. It probably won't be of the highest quality, but it will at least
I just want
guarantee
to
that
there
she
was a
won't be
person
like.
here.
Yeah, it'll at least guarantee that she won't be like just left on the side of the river where like animals can get her.
Yeah.
I'll ask Eric for a coin for that, for doing his usual, making sure nobody gets left behind in the eyes of Tyr.
Eyes of Tyr, even though time is of the essence.
I was gonna say. Oh wait.
I'll accept the nomination.
I was gonna say, can't the druid move Earth? I don't have her character sheet in front of me, and I don't remember what spell she took.
She can.
I can get it up. I can get it.
She can now.
Yay!
She's not here to say any differently, and druids can change their spells daily. So yeah, boom. She can create a makeshift grave for her very quickly.
Excellent. So we can at least lay her to rest properly. So
yeah, like in a matter of seconds, she can do it.
Yeah. I kind of motion that Eric grabs the legs, I grab the arms.
And we throw her in. Just kidding.
Well,
we do not. We
Kilrim
do not.
does that thing when someone
there's-
like, moves and like he acts like he's helping, but he's really not helping.
There's no need for that even. Like she just kind of like walks up and like waves her staff around and like stamps it twice on the ground, and then the very earth itself just kind of opens up and moves around this body, and a one of those smoother stones kind of rights itself up in the dirt, creating a makeshift tombstone.
I've got to step away for 1 second, guys. Just continue on without me. I just want to step away for 1 second.
Gotcha.
All right, now that Eric's gone, so let's rob him.
I take his armor.
The other paladin's still here. You guys gotta behave.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I guess we carry on.
Yeah. Just a very, very quick and slight detour, and you are back on your way. After a couple more minutes, you come to the bridge, which is surprisingly sturdy.
I was going to ask if it looks sturdy still.
Yeah, it is. It is surprisingly sturdy. This one is used to cross over the river here to get to Valaki quite often. It is a part of the main highway here, so it is sturdy enough, definitely, for all of you and the horses to cross without any fear. And you do so, and you continue to double back your way up, back up to where you can find where you left the cart.
Hey, I just noticed Claxo Z. Thanks for subscribing.
Oh. Yes, thank you very much for subscribing.
So yeah, let's go do the goodness and continue on as Captain Caffeine, my wayward son. And no.
I keep forgetting that I was muted. I'm doing good today, guys. I'm doing so good.
Well, we did both take a power nap that resulted in
Yeah.
total wanton destruction of our
Oh
mental
man,
faculties.
like bad.
I know better than to take power naps, but I took one anyways.
Yep.
So, you guys continue on, and you reach past the point there where you can see across the river. There's that grave site, and it is open. No, it's fine. You continue on,
bitch,
and
run.
this has kind of put you guys out of your way a good extra, like I said, about 40 minutes or so. But you eventually come back to where you left the cart. It takes you a little bit of time to find it exactly, Johnny, because you can't exactly remember where you put it off the road with that kind of lower survival check that you made. So you add an extra 10 minutes onto that, but you do eventually make it back to the cart, and you are able to get the horses strapped back onto it and ride up to the lake.
Cool. All right, I put the
You're loading everything into the back.
Yeah, the hides in the back and everything. And so to the lake, is it fairly on the road?
So going up to the lake, yeah, it's gonna take you pretty much straight off the highway, where you can get up onto the lake. You know where the encampment is up there. It's gonna be a little bit of off-road to get to the exact encampment that you're trying to reach.
Mm-hmm.
But no more than 20-30 minutes off the actual road. And they're very close to the water, so you'll still at no point once you reach lakeside from this main road will you not be able to see the camp.
All right. Well, I guess I just get in the front with whoever's in the front with me and continue on.
Who's riding shotgun?
Kill
It
him.
used to be a Sarah. I'll do it.
Kilrum?
Yeah.
It was
keep
a
an eye out.
Sarius. It was a Sarius, but now it is Kilrum. And a Sarius is like rooting underneath all of the skins like a dog under pillows. She loves animals a lot, you guys. And she's not here to say any different. So everyone else is just kind of also in the back of the cart, right? Or is anyone walking along?
Are the horses going to go to the pace that someone can walk along?
So it's gonna, because of all the stuff that you've brought back, they're gonna be a little slower anyways. Not having 3 people in the back would make it move a little faster, but those who are gonna be walking are going to have to pretty much jog for an hour.
All right, well, I'll deactivate my armor. Shit, no, that's not a good idea. Fuck. We only
That's a great idea.
We don't have.
If you're trying to jog, it's a great idea.
I know it's jog.
Really good
jog.
idea.
We only
Super
have one horse now, right?
No, you have 2.
I have to.
They both survived.
Okay, so are they pulling the cart or?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you can.
Oh fuck!
strap
Never mind.
back
How many
in,
spell slots do I have left? I don't think I have any actually.
Oh, are you trying to do the that
Yeah.
magic bullshit?
Magic bullshit. What the hell,
That
man?
magic horse bullshit.
What the man? Have some respect for my pony. But no, I do not have any spells
It's a
available to
pony.
cast
You
it.
ride a pony.
No,
like
it's a
shitless
war
pony?
horse, but its name
Okay.
is Pony.
I would love to see in my mind.
No, their names are Peanut and Cashew. I named them.
Yes. their
No,
names
no, my horse. I lost my.
You
I
lost
lost
your horse.
Chestnut a long time ago. When I died.
I can't wait until we meet the other horse in this campaign that's named Walnut.
All right,
I'm
so
gonna name one Buckeye.
one Buckeye, God.
Acorn.
And then there'll be the special horse called Walleye.
Walleye.
Can I name my horse when I finally get one tree nut allergy?
Tree nut allergy. Yes, you can. Because yeah. Oh my gosh, what the hell is the hell?
Is that a boys reference?
Is that a what reference?
The
It's-
boys?
it's Elven for beauty.
Mm.
So you guys are back on the cart, moving along, and Kiram, you're still keeping out the watchful eye. Um, you continue on for another 30 minutes or so. Easy going, steady pace without getting too grueling for the horses, being that they have been through a big day themselves. And you eventually can see the shore of the lake. And Kilram, you are the first to spot a plume of smoke kind of rising up over the tree line as you are coming out from underneath it, where across the lake, you can see that there is a camp there. It's a fairly decent sized camp. From what you can see, you're estimating probably anywhere from around 20, 30 people.
Killarim will say, I think we found some civilization.
Everyone else is also able to see this. Just Kilrim spots it first, being the group lookout, the watchbulg.
The watchbulg.
The watchbulg, yes. Johnny, make an insight check for me really quick.
It went from 20s to super low for me now.
Man,
8,
yeah.
7, 6.
Yeah. You've had dealings with these elves before, and you know that they are kind of they're kind of a little skittish, just because everything in Barovia seems to really want to kill them. But you think that it should be okay to approach them.
It's fine. It's fine.
Every time that you've ran into them, it hasn't ended in bloodshed, so it'll be fine.
Right.
I just remembered something from the end of last session. Did Jonathan ever tell us about the message from Indrid?
Well, it
No.
came in his head, so
Yeah, that's what I was wondering if he ever did express it to us that it happened. No? Okay.
No.
I just wanted to make sure.
What I would recommend. So, I look at all of you guys. And I'm like, now, these folk here are very skittish. How about we park the cart outside of their borders, and I go in and talk to them by myself, and I'll come and collect you after I'm done talking to them. Or we can all go in. It's I think that it might be a little bit
a show of force might not be the best, is what you're saying.
exactly.
We'll wait out here.
All right. That's what I would like to do. I'd like to just kind of not park right in front of their entrance. I don't think they have walls, do they?
No.
Just an encampment,
No,
yeah.
It is like a collection of wagons and tents. Something that's very easily picked up and moved at a moment's notice.
Yeah. So I'd like to kind of park the cart about 100 or 200 feet back from their kind of border, their encampment, and just kind of walk. I'm not trying to hide the cart, but I'm just trying to not roll up in there.
Right. Easily done. No one seems to have noticed you guys. It's starting to get dark. It's the sun is in its final moments before setting. You're kind of in that twilight time.
Trey is half elf, right?
Yes.
After all.
I look at him, I'm like, I could use your backup. Just to kind of, what is Eric?
Human.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Giant, burly, farm-looking boy.
And Lorelai is human, but like more wolfy human, right?
Do you look more human or do you look kind of elfish?
I look more human.
Okay.
Azarius is also the only other elf person in the party, but she's
Okay,
actually.
yeah, that's what I was kind of getting at. Is like they're aware of me. I don't want to bring anybody who is also human because the main population of Barovia are human and they are not really keen on that. So kind of approaching them. First of all, I would like to have another individual with me just in case things go sour. But I don't want to bring other humans, other foreign humans into the mix yet.
Or a big fuzzy wizard.
Yeah, like I was like everybody gives
A
you that
9-foot
look.
tall furball would
The,
be slightly
the,
intimidating.
the visage of Kilrim coming out of the darkness, even if he's like,
Mhm.
"Hey,
Care Bear.
hi, I'm super friendly," would be enough to startle any person.
Yeah. So I look at Trey's like, is that alright with you?
Yeah, I can handle that.
All right. Let's go.
Do these elves know of Drow? Do you
They
know
call
what a
them
Drow?
dusk elves.
So,
Oh, I'm asking.
so, oh yeah, no, Johnny. Johnny, actually, you don't know what a drow is.
Yeah.
But Jonathan, I'm sorry, not Jonathan. God damn it.
You just
Trey.
NPC all night.
Yeah, I know. Jonathan, your friend Jonathan, back in Vallaki. Trey looks similar, not the same, but he's got kind of like features beyond just being elvish in some degree.
He just looks abnormally elvish.
Yeah, the tone of his skin, the color of his hair.
No. The tone of my skin is actually not like a dark color. My hair though is exactly like the white silver color.
Yes,
Yeah.
I am aware.
Yes.
You've got kind of like a you said you had kind of like a slightly darker, like very vaguely like almost purple complexion. No.
Nope. the skin tone actually is like normal looking. The ears are more drowish ears than elven ears. The hair is exactly drow in color, and then my eyes are two completely different colors. One is very green, one is very blue.
So it's the ears and the hair that really sell it for you, Johnny. That he looks the closest to these dusk elves, and when he asks you about drow, you have no fucking idea what he's talking about.
No, I can't say I do, but I think it'll be all right. I'm not
So
one to.
Which kind of elf are we meeting?
Well, these are you said dusk elves, right?
Dusk elves.
Well, these are the dusk elves, and they are kind of Strahd's little plaything is kind of like what he likes to fuck with them. So that's why I would like to have the backup, but also kind of have backup that might kind of resonate with them, and not more of the human, the rest of the populace here in Barovia that also don't really look at them in the fondest light.
Okay. Has anybody in Forgotten Realms ever referred to drow as dusk elves, or is that not a term used? Cool.
Nope.
All right. So
Well,
I have
no.
no idea what we're walking into.
Not that I've ever heard.
Hey, I'm just asking so I know whether or not I should know anything.
Yeah, when he says dusk elves, you're like, the fuck is a dusk elf? In the same way that when you said drow, he's like, what the fuck is a drow?
All right, we're giving each other those looks.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right.
Those are words that you are saying. Yes.
Yeah.
By the way, everyone, this is Annie, if you didn't miss it in chat. She is our new addition, and she is currently getting beaten up on by the other cats, so she's been assigned to me.
There you go.
Welcome to our show within a show, the Itty Bitty Kitty Committee.
Yeah.
hmm
Stupid.
I think ours is in the living room still.
Oh, but you know what you should do? You should get him on stream so he can see the other cat on stream and see what happens.
See if he destroys your phone.
Probably.
It's
probably
so tiny,
nothing.
he probably won't even notice that there's
Probably
a cat
nothing.
there.
Even if I put him on my screen, he probably
Yeah.
wouldn't.
He probably wouldn't even notice.
Yeah.
He's not that perceptive.
Black shirt, black cat. Can't see.
Yeah, can't see.
Right.
Cool. All right, so onward to elves we go.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll leave the rest of them at the cart, and I'm gonna I leave my those pieces of flesh that I carved off that have the logo on there too, just because I don't want them to like search me and be like, what the fuck is this?
Okay.
But then we go.
So the two of you make your way up. You're not taking like a stealthy approach, right? You're just kind of walking up to him.
Nope.
Got it. Yep. So you guys just kind of walk up closer to the camp. As you're about 100, you said you were about 200 feet away from the camp when you parked.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you're just getting past the 100 mark, you notice that there's the sound of like movement on either side of both of you. And as you turn to look, you can see that stepping out from the trees are two elves that are just armed with spears. And one kind of appears in front of you, a good 20 feet ahead of you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of like do this, just like
and-
just trying to make sure that we don't have a forceful presence at all.
And he says, "What is your business here?"
We're looking for an individual named Ray. What the fuck was your nephew's name again? We're looking for an individual. Podrick, got it. That we think might be here or at your main encampment. I was hoping to perhaps know if you know anything about it, and if you do, and if he is a prisoner of yours, kind of barter a trade.
He looks you over, and you see him kind of motion to the other two who are gonna come up and give you guys kind of a look over and a pat down. And he says,
So
this other that you're looking for, he is a friend of yours? He is lost here?
More of a family member of one of my my friends. They're further up the road. I just wanted to make sure that we were not coming in force. I wanted to make sure that you were aware that we are here as friends and allies, not as any kind of invading force.
what do these elves look like?
So these elves are these elves look like a mixture between wood elves and drow. They've kind of got the kind of shorter, more lithe build of a wood elf, with more of some of the defining features of a drow. They kind of have this not like white hair, red eyes, black skin. It's more like kind of silvery hair. A lot of them have these more like golden colored eyes, and they have this very like dulled gray tone to their skin. They're dressed very plainly, just kind of simple leathers. It looks like they've constructed a lot of their gear and armor themselves. And the one who is addressing you, you actually notice that he is not carrying a spear, but rather he is carrying a quarterstaff, where at the end of the staff is this kind of like ruby quartz that has been set at the head of the staff, and he appears to be kind of wearing more, not so much like leathers as just like hides, collections of actual like animal fur.
The one that's kind of looking me over, I'm gonna kind of quietly ask him in first Undercommon, do you understand me? And then switch to Elven and ask him how he's doing.
So as you speak to him in Undercommon, he kind of like tilts his head at you, and he stops the pat down immediately, and he looks at you, and he says, he as you he starts to open his mouth, and as you switch back to Elvish, he says, he returns the in Elvish to you. What did you just say to me?
I was trying to see if you speak a language that my people mainly speak back where I come from.
He turns back to the one who was addressing you, and he says, "Yes, foreigners. Not this one." And he points to Johnny. Says, "But this one. Yes."
I answer them in Elvish, saying, "They are friends, though. Foreigners, but friends. We mean you no harm. We're just looking for our friend."
The one who addressed you originally says, "Foreigners usually are signs of ill omen in these parts, but occasionally they can also be welcome as guests."
I very much appreciate that. I would like to speak to whoever is in charge of the campment as of today.
How many more do you have with you?
Just a handful. It's no major force.
Exact numbers.
Shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 4 others.
No, 3 others, not including us.
Well, because
so you do
Aceris
have
there, too.
you do have Aceris, even though she is not at the table. So you do have her. You have Kilram, you have Eric, and you also have Lorelei.
Okay, so 4, not counting us.
Mhm.
Yes.
And then 2 horses as well.
3.
3, no, because Eric doesn't have his horse right now.
Oh, okay.
These others, are they also foreigners?
Yes, they are. But there is a reason why they are here, and I would actually like to speak to whoever is in charge about that. And hopefully we can barter the deal based off of that information.
So he steps forward to you, Johnny, and he kind of looks you over, now standing face to face with you, and turns to Trey, and kind of looks back and forth between the two of you, and then you see him just inhale through his nostrils, and you have the stink of wolves on you.
Yes, about a couple hours back that way, we did run into a little bit of a nest of wolves and a couple lycanthropes. They were dispatched.
Dispatched.
Correct.
You have proof of this?
Son of a bitch. And wait right here. I'll go and get you proof. I just kind of quickly run back to the cart, and I go, I definitely shouldn't have left this behind. And I grab those 3 pieces of armor, and I actually just grab the fucking head too that I got, the half-turned werewolf head.
Are you gonna bring the rest of the team with you, or are you just?
Yeah. Yeah, and I get on the cart. I just ride us all up in there.
So as Johnny has run off to go get proof, Trey, you are left behind, and these three elves are kind of standing there looking you over. And the one that you spoke to turns and says something to the other two that you can't quite make out.
Is it in some sort of weird dialect of Elven, or is it just in the
No, it is not in Elvish at all. And the one who seems to be the leader, he looks to you again and he says, "You speak the tongue of those who came below. Is this true?"
Yes, my ancestors were from below. However, I differ greatly from them.
You are truly far from home.
Yeah, that's been my impression, but I don't think I'm quite as far from home as you're currently thinking I am. I never lived below. Not truly below.
It has been a very long time since anyone has spoken that in these lands.
I get the sense it's been a very long time since people have spoken many languages in these lands.
You would be correct in that. Tell me, how long have you been here?
It's really only been a couple of days, but it feels like years already.
These people that you travel with, this human, can he be trusted?
Oh yeah, the human can be trusted probably more than any of the others.
Thank you.
Oh wait. Did you mean that human Johnny or the other human that's coming?
There is another human.
Yeah. The other human, like, he can be trusted. He's a man of his word through and through. Johnny's not a bad guy, don't get me wrong, but the other one has taken like a sacred oath. He's probably the best of us.
That remains to be seen.
I just
For
remembered.
any of you, he's studying you very intently with his eyes. He says, "Were any of you bitten?"
You mean like in the cave?
Yes.
I take it that's a major contention point then, hey.
I'm just watching Kessie's eyes get huge.
I'm watching Kessie's eyes get huge too.
He nods
I mean,
his
I'm not
head.
there, so I can't say anything.
Yeah, he nods his head
I'm
and he says,
curious
that
as
it
to what
is.
Trey's gonna do.
All right, I'm gonna in Undercommon say to the leader, yes, and if you have a cure, we would love it, and if you don't, I think we have mutual agreement from the person who got it that we're going to.
He
we're gonna
holds
deal with the
up a
situation.
hand. He holds up a hand, and he says, "You mistake my words. We do not speak in the Undercommon tongue."
Oh. Okay. Then in Elvish.
We recognize it.
Then in Elvish, I will say that, I mean, there was one that got a little nibble. But if you have a cure, we'll take it. If you don't have a cure, then we're going to be handling the problem on our own before it's an actual problem.
So the three of them kind of look at each other, and there is definitely some concern, and they continue to have a very quick conversation in that language that you do not understand. And it's about this time that the wagon pulls up with Johnny and the rest of the gang.
Yeah, I forgot that I didn't say, hey, by the way, there's this weird creature that none of you have ever seen before, and he's going to be riding shotgun. So that's happening right now. So yeah, we just ride up and there's this giant furbolg in the front seat, and we have a whole bunch of hides, bloodied hides from wolves and whatnot. And I do get out. I hurry up and I hop out, and I go in the back, grab the pieces of the branded flesh, and I kind of run back up to him before there's a lot of thinking process happens whenever they see the rest of the party. I'm just trying to get ahead of that.
So, it's not they're not as shocked to see this furbolg riding shotgun. He looks strange, sure, but his unique appearance almost kind of like puts them at ease, because they haven't ever seen anything like him before. So, this creature isn't something to immediately be feared or judged based on past experience.
I was just trying to make sure that it wasn't like, what the fuck is that?
No, it's actually not him that puts them on edge. It's Lorelei, who has done nothing to really cover up the bite.
We probably all told her, no, don't cover it up. It needs to heal. It needs the air.
Yeah, you gotta breathe. It's gotta breathe. And by now, the bite it's no longer like an open wound or anything like that, but it has begun to kind of darken and gray.
And of course, fester.
It looks a bit festered. And she's also she's also like, while it's very mild, while it's very mild in her appearance, there is still that kind of bestial quality to even her non-shifted form. And you guys kind of pull up here, and all three of them take a step back. And Johnny, you're hopping down off the cart, and you're like pulling up the proof. You're like, here, I've got these. And what are you showing them first?
Well, I go up to him and I grab the flesh and I hand it over to him, and I grab the head and I just kind of drop it at their feet, and I go, "There's your dispatched wolves right there."
So, you're just tossing them to their feet?
I hand him the branded pieces of flesh, and I just kind of toss the head in between us.
You're not just like taking a flap of skin and being like,
no, I'm not making it rain flesh on them or anything.
Yeah, just,
Work that ball, bitch.
So they're Christ. Yeah, no, it just the imagery of you like throwing like strips of flesh at these elves, like, here, I killed so many wolves. Yeah, you show them the proof, and they're still definitely very concerned. And they turn to address Lorelei, and they say, "You.
Yes.
How long ago were you bitten?"
A few hours ago.
Make a persuasion check.
Jesus.
She's actually telling the truth.
I'm telling the truth.
Yes, you are telling
why
the truth.
persuasion.
You don't know
That's
that
why
shit.
it's not deception.
Oh God. It's not gonna be good, guys. It's not gonna be good.
Ah,
Oh, okay. Well, it's not as bad as it could have been because I have a -1 persuasion.
There you go.
Okay.
So they look you over, and you don't seem to be like sick or you don't seem to be sick or like out of your mind. And they are they're definitely still very hesitant about you. They aren't sure. But they seem to believe that you were only bitten a few hours ago, and you're not like an immediate threat who's going to change into a wolf and tear them to shreds.
I tell them, I was like, she's telling the truth. We just did dispatch them. I would like those branded pieces of flatback, but you can keep that head as a trophy.
We do
just
not desire such things.
Okay. Well, that's fine, and I go ahead and pick it back up. And we just want to, talk and get our friend back, and we'll be out of your hair lickety split. All right.
Come with us. But you will relieve yourselves of your weapons.
I look back at all the rest of them and just kind of see what they are looking like.
They will be returned to you. This place is dangerous, and we would leave none unarmed. But if you are to follow us into our camp, you will not be entering it with weapons.
Well, how about this? I do have a counter offer for you. We'll leave it in the cart, and we bring the cart in. That way, if anything does overcome this encampment while we are having our talks, we can help defend it with you.
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion's not that great, but here we go. Hey, okay, I'll take it.
7 coins in the bowl.
Man, both of you, terrible charisma.
Yeah.
Bum, bum,
Yeah.
horrible charisma.
Yeah.
I mean, it checks out. You guys like live in the woods. And you
Hey,
don't
Nat
like
30,
people.
thank you for the follow.
Yep.
Hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate ya. But yeah, I'll keep the 12.
Okay. Okay, so with the 12, he looks at you again, or he looks you over again, and he says, "You will relieve yourself of your weapons, or you will not be entering this camp."
I was already unstrapping my sword.
Okay.
I kind of looked at Johnny and I was like,
I'm gonna speak to him in Elven real fast, and I'm gonna say we will happily do as you wish. However, if the encampment is attacked and we are unarmed, we will not be able to defend you in any way, and our only course of action will be to run, and you will have to defend yourselves.
We are capable.
If you insist you are, I'll unstrap my sword and toss it away.
Call it a sign of good faith.
I start taking off all my weapons, and it's very much like, Legolas or Strider coming up at Rohan, just kind of getting everything out, like daggers and axes and hand across.
yeah, I was going to say,
the
it's going to
fucking
take me a
spear.
little bit.
Are
Yeah.
we
I
at
was
the
gonna
moment where I'm like, and the small dagger in your boot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not that really heavily armed.
You have my
No, no, no.
you have my secret
I have
dagger
a lot
and then
of
my
weapons,
secret
actually.
dagger.
Yeah, I take off my longsword. I hand over my spear. I don't even have javelins. I thought I took them, but I didn't.
I have javelins. I have a quarterstaff. I have a short bow.
Dude, I'm
And I
actually
technically have both of my great axes because I have the great axe of warning that Indrid gave me, and I had a great axe before that.
dual wielding great axes.
I mean,
yeah,
I technically have any weapon I want at any moment I want it when I summon it.
I know. yeah, I
give
don't
up my
have-
wand.
I don't have anything other than my longsword and a spear. So I turn those over. I don't even have a dagger. What am I doing out here?
Everyone has a dagger.
Apparently not
Everyone's
me.
got a dagger.
All right.
There's a part of me that almost wants to like do like a trick where you like take a normal bag that's in a bag of holding and just start like pulling like summoned weapons out of it and handing it to them one by one, like over and over again for like 45 minutes. And they're like, "What is in that bag?"
So your weapons are collected by the two that were accompanying him, and you are led into the encampment. This encampment is it's pretty basic as far as tear down camps go. It looks like these people are as nomadic as they can be. There's not a whole lot of places that they can go other than like here in Barovia, obviously. But it looks like they probably move from place to place pretty frequently, and they've just been here for a little while now. But this encampment, the biggest thing that you notice about this place is that it's a pretty even spread of men and women, but there are no children at all, like none whatsoever. And as best as you can tell, each of these elves look to be somewhere around, early to late middle aged. They're all kind of a little malnourished, scuffed. They look like they've been living on the road for a very, very long time. But you do notice that near there's a large fire kind of in the center of the camp here, a very large bonfire, where some food is being prepared. And you notice that near the bonfire there is a human male. And he is dressed in pretty plain clothes. Looks a little tattered, unwashed. But Eric, you immediately recognize him. It is Podrick. He's got his arm in a sling, and he looks like he's seen better days. But he is alive, and he is in one piece, and he is not being held prisoner in any way.
You said
He's actually being fed.
said he's sitting, right?
He is sitting next to the fire, yes.
I go walking over to him and I kind of like squat down in front of him.
The second he sees you, he jumps up and runs over to you. And he throws one arm around you, the other one is still in the sling. But he hugs you tight, and he says, "Cousin, I just didn't think that I'd see you again. You're alive. You're well. Are you well?
He's like,
Are you all
by
right?"
Tyr's grace, I'm very well. How fare you?
"Oh, I am." He kind of looks down at himself and he says, I have been better. But
I look at him and I kind of nod at the shoulder. I said, "Did you start it?"
Actually, this was from arriving here. This place is strange, Eric.
This place is more than strange. It is.
I I was pulled into the sky and then fell, but upwards, and then I crashed into this lake, and I broke my arm, and I would have drowned if not for these people.
I put my hand on his arm, and I will use 5 points of lay on hands to heal the break.
So you noticed that it had already kind of been set, and he's just
Mhm.
kind of been like keeping it here.
He has been dealing with it.
But as soon as you lay the hands on, there's kind of this loud kind of pop,
Mm-hmm.
as his arm kind of pops back into place, and the bone is completely reset and is mended. And with that pop, he just kind of oh. Whew.
There's no real way to warn you about that.
Oh.
Like I can hear the pop in my head because I've heard it before,
Right.
and it just kind of
Yeah. He says, "Thank you, cousin."
I know there's that's not the pleasantest sensation, but I'm sure it's a lot better than walking around with only one arm.
It will surely make my job a lot easier now. Cousin, there's something that I need to tell you.
Go ahead.
These people have been telling me awful stories. This land is cursed.
They spoke to you of the devil who walks and controls the land.
Yes.
We know. And we will be doing everything in our power to ensure that his reign will end. We have encountered him.
What do you mean?
We faced him. And even with the might of Tyr, we alone were no match.
What are you saying? You
That
could stand
we-
here before me unharmed.
Yeah, I kind of look around the rest of my party is like, because we have allies.
And he looks you over and he says, "And in very fine armor?"
As I said, we have found allies in a common cause. Come, meet them.
Yes, of course.
And I turned
And-
around and I said, and this is Lorelei. She is a fighter of great strength and ferocity. This is Kilrim. He is a creature called a Furbolg, and he is a wizard of no small skill. This is my associate Trey. He is another fighter, and then we have our Aceris. She is another user of magics. I do believe she's a druid. And then we have our representative of the local population, Johnny, who is a scout and our guide.
pleasure to meet you.
This is my nephew, Pucker.
I'm glad we were able to find you, Podrick. Are you? Seems that you were being taken care of here, correct?
Oh, yes. These elves are, well, they're decent sort.
They're good people.
They, surprisingly enough, that while I've seen them be not very welcoming to most outsiders, they seem to be more than willing to help me, being that I am, as they refer to, a foreigner.
I think that all of us except Johnny are foreigners to this land. And there is much we need to explain. But I am just thankful that we found you.
I'm thankful that you're here now as the sun is going down. You're just in time. Have they decided to let you stay for the night?
I have no idea. And I kind of look over at Johnny.
We have not had that talk yet, and we were. I was under the impression that you were a prisoner here, but it does not seem that is the case unless they do take their prisoners.
Oh no, I was being tended to.
Well, that's good. I still do intend on paying them for their help for you.
Okay. I kind of look at Patrick as like, did your gear survive the trip?
I seem to have lost it.
So I kind of go back to the wagon, and I pull out my set of my split mail, and it's like it may be a little big, but you'll grow into it.
He nods and takes the armor, and
you can use the spear whenever we get our weapons back.
he says, "Well,
This
You're
is not
going
a
to-
place
you're
to
going
go
to-
unarmed.
you're going to, no, certainly not, but you're going to want to speak with Veneris.
Veneris?
She is the elder here. And she
Absolutely.
seems to be in charge. But now that the sun is coming down, she will be occupied with the ceremony. But it is quite the show. But if you are allowed to stay, then we will be safe after the ceremony is completed.
Then I hope we get to stay.
And as he says that, the fire behind him is starting to be put out, and you notice that all other sources of light in the camp are also being snuffed and extinguished, and darkness kind of falls over the entire camp. And he says, "It's beginning. Watch." And you guys see that over near the edge of the lake, there is this bright shot of light as this glowing orb emerges from this small elvish woman who is just kind of swirling it around and controlling and manipulating it with her hands and her staff, and she shoots it up into the sky, and kind of resting over the campsite here, creates this very small but very potent sun. It's just a very small miniature sun, and sunlight begins to rain down on the entire encampment here, giving everybody vision as if it was daytime, and not just daytime, but daytime where you were from. This whole time you've been here, you have never seen the sun. And Johnny, you, while you are in this encampment, are going to actually have disadvantage on attack rolls and the like, should anything happen, because
I figured.
you've never seen the sun.
It's bright as shit. Like,
yeah, and you're like a kobold coming up from under the
Yeah.
ground for the first time, just like, oh god. And as this is happening, there is also this very large shimmering dome that kind of comes off of the top and cascades down over the camp as well, covering the entire encampment in this layer of this kind of like opaque, shimmering wall of force. And as it kind of begins to shimmer and move its way down over the encampment, the second that it hits the ground, there is another flash of light that runs through it from the sun down into the ground, and then the wall disappears. And with that, the camp seems to go on just a completely different feel. It is no longer this tense kind of, oh man, instead everyone finally seems to relax and kind of breathe a bit. And you see a couple of other elves go over and help this woman, as this act seems to have taken a lot out of her. And they kind of help her over to this chair where she sits down, and the group of you are approached by the same one who brought you in, and he says, "The elder is ready to speak with you now. Come."
Start following.
And I think that is where I'm going to call for a quick break because I got to pee real fast. It is 8:17. We'll take a quick 10-minute break. And
Evan was gone. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be back. It's 8:17. We'll be back at 8:27. We're going to take a 10-minute break for refilling drinks and taking care of little kittens that were chewing on me. We'll be right back. gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Electric Circus where chaos reigns and I have to go find a kitten. So I'll be away from keyboard for a moment, but everyone else is back. Please enjoy yourselves.
Okay, so we left off with you guys going to talk to Valerius, who is the elder of the village. You have been brought over by this other elf, and he brings all of you over, and you stand before this woman, and she looks tired, like she looks pretty beat. But she also looks like she's putting on a brave face about it. She's trying her best to not look weak in front of all of you, but you can see how much whatever it is that she just did took out of her, and it is a lot. But you are brought before her. And she looks to you, and she says, "I am told that one of you has been bitten."
Yes, my friend.
This was
That
recent.
would be me. Yes.
Show me. And you see her hold out a hand.
Hmm.
And as it's as you get closer to her, that you see that like her eyes are kind of glossed over, and she has not appeared to make eye contact with any of you.
I'd like to make an insight check to see if she has any ulterior motives, because I want to make sure that, like, we now know that there is more than one way to remove lycanthropy, which does not involve death. But I want to make sure that she's not going to sit here and do, like, power word kill on our friend.
Okay.
I sure hope not.
Go. Go for it. Make that sweet roll.
All right. It's not that bad.
Playing Curse of Strahd, not with Annihilation.
So 13. Here's what you get from her for her insight, or for your insight. She is giving off. She's kind of giving off these like mom vibes, like group mom vibes. Like everyone around you, everyone around you seems to be kind of waiting with bated breath for everything that she has to say. They're not just hanging on every word. They're like grasping every word. There's almost like a sense of reverence.
Mm-hmm.
She while she is currently kind of a little weakened, she carries and holds herself with like the poise and stature of a woman who is very indisputably in charge of what's going on around her.
Right. Okay. I just want to make sure she wasn't going to be like,
as far as you can tell, she also seems to be blind as a bat, because she has not actually looked at any of you this entire time. And the way that she is holding out her hand is not in a way that's like, come here, let me see it. It's more like, come, let me see it. And as far as you can tell, there's no like, she seems more curious about it at this point than she does like Hey, there's nothing behind my back over here. Certainly not any silver bullets or anything. Why don't you come over here and let me take a look at you?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I would be like, I would like to kind of approach her and be like, if you don't mind, and I would just kind of want to guide her hand.
So as you're starting to approach, like you are immediately stopped.
Okay.
At spear point,
Yeah, I was like, all right, never mind, just kidding. You all do you.
and she continues to hold out her hand.
And I'll, I guess, give her mine. I don't know. Where was I bit? Did we go over
Shoulder,
that?
I
I
think.
don't remember.
Shoulder.
Yeah, I thought
You
it was
were-
like on
you
the
were-
shoulder.
You were bit. You were bit kind of up near, like just above the collarbone, and like on the like. In,
That's what I thought. Okay, I was just
yeah.
making sure. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'll approach her. I guess if.
Okay. So as you approach, she kind of holds out the hand, and you kind of guide her hand up to the
Mhm.
wound, and she runs her hand over it, and she you kind of have to like kneel down, or like squat for her to still be like sitting down and still be able to put her hand
Yeah.
on you like this. But she runs her hand along the wound, and you see she's kind of just her eyes just kind of are constantly staring off into the middle distance, but she seems to be like kind of tilting her head as if she's looking around and
Mhm.
searching, and she sighs very heavily, and she says, "Yes, the curse has taken hold. You have my sympathies. I'm very sorry."
Is there anything you can do to help me, or
If
do you
only
know?
I wouldn't have lost so many. I'm told that you received this wound fighting the beast. Is this true?
Yes.
Then I owe you a debt of gratitude that I cannot repay. We have been hounded by these things. They have been set upon us by the tyrant that rules over this land. And they have been a plague upon my people for some time. You may not have rid us of the source, but you have brought comfort and peace, at least for one night, to my people.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, you have also been corrupted by it. Do you understand that I cannot keep you here for long?
I understand.
But you have earned a night's rest in the safety and protection of my camp.
Thank you.
If I may, I would like to give you a gift.
Okay.
As you say okay, her other hand comes up and she places her thumb on your forehead. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, fun.
Yes.
Cool, cool, cool.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
So you are your body kind of goes into this state of shock. And it feels like there is a jolt of electricity that just runs through you completely. And you are no longer standing here in front of her. You were kind of floating above this barren landscape of Barovia. And you feel something kind of squeeze your hand, and as you turn to look, she is kind of just floating there with you, and she says, "This place holds many dangers. You are well aware of this by now, most assuredly.
Yes.
While your blood is strange and bestial, you must not allow yourself to fully turn. You will become an instrument of darkness, and you will never return home. But there is a way. Look," and she kind of points and shows you a bit more to the northeast, and you see this large castle that is just. It is almost as if it has been ripped up out of the earth itself. It is standing above this village, almost kind of like towering and leaning over it. Much like a predator would to its prey, ready to pounce. And she says, "He resides here. And in this place, he is nearly untouchable. But this place, this land, is filled with doorways. Doorways he will not expect. Not doorways he cannot see, but doorways he will not expect." And she motions more to the west, and you see this large ruin. It looks like it was once this kind of like fort, also temple, and it has been completely like laid to waste. But she says, "This place, you will find help here. You need only but ask. It will be perilous, but you are strong. Do not let the wolf overtake you. Do not fear the sins of your father. All will be well. And she also shows you a vision. She shows you a vision that is this small altar. There is this kind of ruin around it, and yet the
Mhm.
altar remains intact. And you see that the altar has been hollowed out, and inside of this altar, there is this small, clear vial that holds this kind of shimmering liquid inside of it. Um, and she says, "It is here you will find your salvation." And you are suddenly thrown back into your body at a very jarring and blinding speed. Um, and as she removes her hand from your head, you kind of stumble backwards. Uh, and she says, "What did the mother show you?"
Um, a way to hopefully achieve what we need to do, or at least help.
Then you are blessed. I am tired now. Make use of my camp, but be ready to leave come morning. And she is helped up by these two young elves, or younger elves, um, and she is escorted back to her tent. And the elf who originally had brought you into the camp uh, turns back to all of you, and he says, "I am pleased that you are reunited with family. It is important. We will continue to hold on to your weapons. You will be safe, provided that you do not leave the camp. Beyond this point," and he kind of gestures around the camp where you can see that the shimmering wall had fallen over it. "I cannot guarantee anything for you. But you will be safe here for the night. And should any of you get any ideas, you will be met with very harsh consequences." And he, in particular, is looking at Johnny and Eric when he says this.
I definitely do not have any intention on causing any turmoil in your encampment. We deeply appreciate your hospitality, and we will meet it with respect, of course.
He nods, and you guys are given kind of free reign of the area here.
I basically take Podrick
And
aside and
and
start getting him to tell me everything that happened to him.
and yeah, Podrick, he looks to you and he says, "That that was rather harsh of him, wasn't it?"
Not at all. These lands make people fear for their existence every moment, even in the light.
Yes, but they are not. Well,
The
I
young
suppose.
lady, the warrior, she is She took some grievous wounds in our fight, and she unfortunately has been. She has the bane of lycanthropy. And we are seeking to remove that from her.
Is this something that we can do?
This is something that we may be able to find a way to do. We have some time, but it is not going to be an easy task. But she is our compatriot. She was one of the people who helped me find you. We both owe her. We will pay the debt.
Then we are sworn to a debt.
We are. But we also will help the people of this land. I have not sensed and felt a presence of evil as strong as this one. We're both young, but this is the stuff that legends were made of when they talk of a great evil.
You encountered him, and you still stand. That is surely the
There are factions.
the eye of Tyr was on you that day.
I'm afraid I failed Tyr, but that will require more explaining than we have time for now. Just understand this. We are not the only ones who wish to end the devil. We with any sword, we will be with it. Trying to assert if the person is trying to
I've had the pleasure of speaking with these people the last few days. It's been very this the light of the dome. This is this is here. At least according to them,
yeah, the audio is done. I'm getting nothing on our end. Like, nothing at all. Ladies and gentlemen, is it everyone that's audio is coming? I think they said it was everyone's audio.
Yeah, I think they're saying it's everyone.
No. All right. Well,
The show must go
Um,
on.
just the audio is choppy. Is
The
the
audio
video?
is not
The video is
correct.
fine.
Meg says it's back.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I just figured you might want to start
No.
over a little bit so they didn't miss everything.
Ouch.
All right. So video's fine, but audio. I think audio's coming back.
Audio is fine now.
Okay. Fantastic.
Yeah.
We'll just redo the last like 10 minutes.
No big deal.
Man, this stream just keeps like getting kicked in the dick tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good old dick kicking.
Yeah.
And Jonathan just had to leave.
Yep. Jonathan's got to take a quick hiatus.
Just be careful, all right, brother?
Mhm.
All right. So,
Start From the acknowledgement of the debt to Lord.
Oh, okay. God damn.
Wow.
So that was that's a bad. Sorry, guys. Really, we do apologize. So anyway,
Cliff notes. They both agree that there's a debt. Great evil. He stood against the great evil. That was impressive. Oh man, that's crazy. I failed Tyr. Did you fail Tyr? Yeah, but we're a sword and we will be wielded. Now we have to figure out if the guy is worth wielding the sword. In reference to Indrid. And then basically Podrick started talking about how you're safe in the bubble and safe in the dome, and these people are very nice. That's led us to where we are right now. Boom.
that was done through 10 minutes of exposition. We could have just done that.
Yeah.
Hey.
All right. So,
there was more to it. There was
I
more
know,
to it.
I
But, you
It
know,
was a little more.
just
Yeah.
a little bit more. But that's the important bullet points. Yeah. He is. So he is very eager to kind of share what happened with him, and you are eager to share what happened with you. Is that how you're gonna spend the rest of the rest of the night here?
Yeah, I mean, I just want to make sure he's okay. I'm also going to spend the time like trying to make that giant suit of scale mail armor fit poor fucking Podrick. I mean, he's not a small guy, but he's probably not like.
Yeah, it's not gonna be like a perfect fit, but
Thank
like
you, Captain.
he's been trained enough to be able to wear it
Mhm.
at least a little bit.
Yeah, he's pretty much he was my squire, so he has had to do things like go into fights with me, and mainly be there present on the battlefield. But there's not like I don't think Waterdeep has had any type of armed incursions in forever. So we've mainly been spending.
No, he's pretty green.
Yeah.
And also like he's squired for you, which at like he's had some combat training, but he doesn't have a lot of combat experience. And you can train all you want, but it's not really gonna matter if you don't know like how to keep your shit together.
Right.
Which so is to say that like he will help where he can, but if shit gets real crazy, like he's not a paladin and he is not a wielder of the light of Tyr, and
No.
he knows it.
Yeah.
So he won't take any crazy and unnecessary risks.
No, I don't even want to see him going into fights. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah, if he has to defend himself, he won't just like immediately die.
right.
Is what I'm saying.
Gotcha.
Like you won't have to babysit him like he is made of porcelain, but he's kind of made of porcelain.
Yeah.
So there is that. Yeah, the rest of you are able to
Don't
kind of spend
fireball pod. Got it.
Yes.
Yeah, please
No.
don't.
Please, God.
Please
don't.
don't.
Or
I have something I'd like to do. You said it's like tents and wagons and such. I'd like to see if I can find like kind of the medical tent or the medical cart. Basically, where Podrick would have been treated at, if there is one.
So as best as you can tell, this is very much more along the lines of like your brand of medicine.
Yeah.
Much more natural, much more find the plants, the herbs, mix them together, make a poultice with a little bit of a mixture. And you can tell just from kind of looking around, and Asarius kind of points this out to you, there are more than a few druids in this camp.
But there's no like, there's no individual cart or tent that they use. It's kind of like, hey, if you get fucked up, go over here.
So not in any one location. It kind of seems to be like everybody. They want everyone to be able to have the means to provide that for themselves, should it be needed.
Right.
Because if it seems like the way that this camp is set up, Ideally, they move together, but if they have to spread out or if they have to splinter off into other groups, they are very capable of doing so.
Okay.
And they still want people to be able to kind of watch out for themselves.
Okay.
And it's from the look of things, the way that Asarius has pointed this out to you as you guys are kind of like surveying the camp, it seems like there are for every like 5 people who cannot wield magic, there is one, like at least one druid amongst them.
Gotcha. I'm gonna walk over to Eric and Podrick, and while they're trying to get this armor on him, kind of haphazardly, and I mean they know what they're doing, but it's definitely
it doesn't fit. It was made for Eric, not for him, and he's not quite as stocky.
I see that you guys are busy. However, I would like to repay these people back for the treatment that they did provide you. I was planning on giving them half of my hides here that I got from these wolves. I'm sure that they can go a long way, especially when it gets a little colder. If you do have anything else that you can provide, that would be most generous.
Will money do them any good?
I mean, I would assume so.
Podrick says, I offered them to repay with my ring. It's worth a considerable amount, but they refuse to accept it. I don't know if they have much use for gold.
Do they have anyone who is currently ill? Sick with fever? Anything?
There are a few wounded, but they are tended to.
I'll do this then. I'll just make sure that they get all the skins that I was planning on selling them, but I think that the reward that we're getting back for beheading these wyverns, wolverines, werewolves. You know those fucking things we killed in the cave.
Right.
I believe that this.
I call them wyverns.
Yeah, here in Barovia we call them wyverns. They get mixed up. It's okay. I think that we'll get a pretty penny from that contract. So I don't think we necessarily need. I was planning on getting one tanned or not tanned, but treated, and so we can have it at the house. But there will be other wolves.
Hold on to one. We had plenty. Also, Podrick, show me where the sick are being tended to, or sell me the ones who are sick.
He takes you kind of takes you through the camp. There's one tent in particular where there are a couple of elves who've been they look like they've been pretty recently mauled.
Mm-hmm.
And they look like they're doing okay. None of them seem to be infected in the same way that Lorelei is.
I'll tell you mechanically what I'm looking to do, Josh.
Mm-hmm.
I can spend 5 hit points and cure disease. So I'm looking for anyone who's sick.
If I lay on hands?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm looking for anyone who's sick, anyone who is, running fevers, down, with the, flu, blah, 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 anything like that. I can obviously cure wounds if they have anyone who's injured, but I'm looking for something that would be more debilitating to them because the wounded can at least walk. Those who are down with fever and everything like that would be very hard for them to get about with.
So it does not appear that any of them have any fever. It looks like they've got that pretty well covered. It's just a matter of the wounds are healed, but they're still pretty maimed.
Yeah. Would casting cure wounds on them actually do anything for them then? Or using 5 points of healing, basically.
Yeah, most likely yes. They are. So a lot of the stuff that's been done here for them, like for the druids that are here, the majority of them don't seem very powerful.
Mm-hmm.
They don't seem to be nearly as powerful as even Asarius is. Um, the healing that's been done here has been basically to like keep them from death's door.
Mm-hmm.
So like they're alive, they'll recover, but like they're still gonna have some wounds on them. And what you would be able to do with your how many points do you have left?
20, so I can do 4 people. I can bring 4 people up. I can restore them at least.
So
Well,
you
that's
can
cure
you
disease. It depends on
yeah
how
you
much healing it requires for each one.
so you can find that the 4 most wounded looking, um, and they're just kind of laying there and they're stabilized, but they're being watched over.
Mm-hmm.
And Podrick kind of leads you in, and he says, this is my cousin Eric. He is a gifted healer. Um, the light of Tyr flows through him. Um, he is wondering if he can repay the debt that we owe you.
I kind of put my hand on Cobb, but I would wish to repay the kindness that you have shown us by hopefully reciprocating in kind.
One of the healers kind of looks up at you and says, "These will be all right. They are stabled, but their wounds will take time to heal."
Do you have anyone in the camp who is in a situation that would take more time than you would? I know you move a lot, and that having wounded is difficult, makes that difficult. Is there anyone who needs aid in order to be able to be moved?
He kind of looks at you with this mixture of like half disdain, half curiosity. And Podrick chimes in and says, he really can help.
I look down at one of the people who's just, they said that they're going to be stabilized and all that, and I just put my hand like on his foot. I put my hand over his foot and I said, "May I?"
He kind of scoffs just a little bit and he says, "Can't do any more harm."
And I will lay hands on him for 5.
So this soothing, warm glow exudes from you, and you see that more of these kind of deeper wounds, the ones that aren't just surface wounds, begin to kind of stitch themselves back up. And there's the one in particular that you are doing this to has a very large gash on his side from where he was clawed. And you see that completely close back up, and you can hear like his rib kind of reset in place.
Yeah.
And his breathing, which was kind of haggard and strained, is suddenly very steady and full and calm. And the elf that was looking over him just kind of like gives you one of these like, what did you do? How did you do? How?
It is not. I am only the vessel. Tyr's light flows through me and allows me to do this.
I do not know this Tyr, but if
now, that's not important.
Are you able to do more?
Yes.
My son, and he kind of gets up and leads you over to another one of the wounded.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "Please, he's all I have left, and he is not doing well."
What does he look? What looks like is wrong with him? Is he just beaten?
No, he's just fucked up.
Beheaded.
Like he looks like yeah. No, he looks like he has had
He looks like Lorelei after the last fight.
pretty much. He looks like he got he almost looks like he got
Yup.
like grabbed by the leg and then like Hulk smashed around a few times.
Cool.
Like-
Cool.
Like he's stable, he's breathing.
Yeah.
I
I will spend
and
5
he's
points on
being
him.
tended to. You spend 5 points on him, and
And I tell his father, hold his hand. The healing should be soothing, but if he has any major damage to bones, it might be sudden and jarring.
and he does, and it is once again very similar to when you healed Podrick. There are several loud popping noises as his body kind of resets itself. And he begins to cough and hack. But his breathing is very quickly sturdied and stable. And this elf just begins to just weep tears of joy, and he is crouched down over him, and just begins talking to him in Elvish in a very soothing tone. And this other elf kind of opens his eyes a little bit, and he looks up and he sees you, and then his eyes kind of roll back into his head, and he falls back into this kind of state of shock. You've seen this kind of happen before. Sometimes when you have when you're doing the healing, it still is a
Trauma.
when the damage that is at this level, it can still be very traumatic.
Yeah, so he needs rest.
But he seems like he's going to do much better. And there are a couple others in here that you can go to. And
I've got 10 points left, so I'm kind of using 5 points as a reference point.
Yeah.
But if there's people who look like they just need patching, I can spend 1 point on them and save the rest of it for anyone who is like that guy's son.
Yeah.
To get as many people healed as possible.
There's one other who looks like he's pretty rough, and then there are just a couple others that look like they could just use a little bit of a patch job on them.
All right. So I'll basically blow the rest of the hit points on them.
Yeah, you kind of go around and spend some time just kind of evangelizing to these people.
Mm-hmm.
And after a couple minutes, this tent is a lot less grim. And the kind of older elf comes to you, and he says, I am sorry.
There's
I
nothing to be sorry for.
misjudged you.
There was nothing to judge upon. I am a stranger, and I came speaking words of performing miracles, and there was nothing for you to. There was no way for you to believe what I said. As I said, the light of Tyr allowed me to do this. This was not through my hand, nor through my virtue in any way. I am a flawed vessel, just like all of us are.
You've given me back my son, and for that, I am eternally grateful.
In that case, be grateful to Tyr.
He goes over to his kind of setup and pulls out a couple of these gourds that he has filled with some sort of mixture, and he hands them to you, and he says, "These cannot do what you have done for us, but they can help ease
pain and toxins.
I can also do that. But your people may have need of this. We will not always be here. So I would prefer that you keep them.
I am able to create more. It is, as you said, you will not always be here.
No,
And there are many dangers in this land.
We have discovered.
You, please do me the honor of taking these.
Absolutely, and thank you.
At that point, okay, go ahead. Sorry.
I was asking one other thing. There is one other thing that I would ask of you. We need information. As you know, one of our compatriots was injured in the battle with the Wearers, and she now suffers the curse. She is a good warrior and a good person, but she knows that what her fate will be if we cannot find her help before the next moon. And she has resigned herself to that fate. She would rather have it ended than turn. But we know from our world that there are ways to fight this. We also know that there are very few people who can wield these levels and these abilities. As a healer, I was hoping you might have some knowledge of someone, no matter where in this lands, but someone who could help.
She has already spoken to the Elder, and the Elder is the most powerful being that I know that might be able to help.
I understand, but I am speaking now of someone you might know of from legend and myth.
There is one. We avoid him. He is mad. There is a madness on him. This land poisons and corrupts not only the body, but also the mind.
I can understand that.
He is a very powerful mage.
Do you know where we can find him?
He has a tower. Not far. It is hidden. Do you have a map?
Sorry, out of character real quick. We do have a map, right? Trey got one.
Yes.
We got one.
Trey got the maps.
Yeah. We do have a map, yes.
He says, I will mark it. I will show you.
I run over to Trey. I will bring the gentleman by later who has the map.
But he says, but be warned. He is as likely to strike you as he is to help you.
Is there anything rumored to soothe him enough to be lucid for a time?
Like many of us, he hates the Devil Strahd. But he believes all to be allied with him. If you can prove your allegiance does not lie with him, perhaps there is a chance.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Johnny comes in with some like bloody ass hides. He goes, can anybody use these? I'm here to help. It's like after he just like heals this entire tent. Hey, I got some furs here.
You pop in and everyone just kind of like turns and looks at you.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
Just what?
It's like,
But
they will be very useful for the winter.
The older elf, he
kind of reluctantly gets up and takes a couple of the hides, and like they're still pretty bloody, and he just kind of like holds
Yeah,
them.
they
and
are
just-
very, very bloody.
He just kind of like holds them, looks them over, and says,
If no one if no one
you.
is a tanner, then they're obviously not of much use. So, but
Yeah, I
they
mean,
were hoping
if
to.
they can't use them, I'll take them. But if they can use them for,
You get the sense that they could definitely use them.
okay,
Like
Mhm.
they're like these people are pretty adept at this point at like living off the land.
Mhm.
I'll give them half of
and
what they
and
have.
the land and the land is very
Stingy.
aggressively against them.
Okay,
So if they can't make use of a wolf hide, I don't know how they made it this long.
Yeah, you were saying that they made all their own items, so I figured they could like cure it,
Yeah.
make armor out of it, anything like that.
Most definitely. But yeah, you are given 3 antitoxins by this guy. They will remove the poison effect instantaneously. But they do not like cure your actual. It's not like a potion of healing. It'll just fully remove any poison from whoever receives the poison condition. Kilrim and Lorelai, what have you guys been doing while Johnny and
I actually
Eric
was
have
gonna
been
say I wanted to
super
talk about-
altruistic?
Oh, I was gonna say that like after having that like whole vision thing, she and finding out that like there was nothing that they don't have any information on how to help her, she would have definitely like tried to go find a little more like secluded area and just like set up her bedroll kind of thing.
And Kilrim would look for her after a little while.
Very easy to spot. She's kind of being actively avoided. Like
Mhm.
she walks through a crowd and they like part around her.
Nobody wants to be near me.
So I imagine you're like sitting down, kind of like
Yeah.
brooding a little.
Yeah.
Say brooding.
Yes. She's upset.
Just-
Okay.
Kilrim will just sit down.
My
Kilrim will
city.
just sit down next to her and say, "Well, you seem to be the popular ones here, especially you.
She's
You,
just in the door there.
I know it's a terrible question to ask,
Sure.
but how are you?"
I've been better.
I can imagine.
But
We'll find a. I didn't think we'd get through this without taking a few hits, but I didn't think they'd come so quick. And I didn't think they'd come to you.
yeah.
I'm sorry. We're supposed to protect each other here. And all I did was
It's-
hurt you and not protect.
It's not your fault. Karam. I mouthed off to a werewolf. But my father was one of those. But he was a good man who tried very hard to fight the instincts that would come along with that. And he taught me a lot in his time. But people found him, found out what he was, and they killed him.
We won't let that happen to you. We'll either find a cure or we'll keep you safe. I promise.
Yeah, we'll see.
I wanted to tell you something too. There was when I almost drowned in the river and I had my episode.
Yeah, are you okay from that?
I saw some things.
What kind of thing?
Saw terrible visions. And it's not the first time I've seen them here. I keep seeing this other furball. He's feral and wild.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell if it's supposed to be me or not. And everything is burning. Do you know why I let that dire wolf go?
Why? Oh.
Uh oh.
Oh no.
Evan, you went toaster there for a second.
Yeah.
You went. Yeah. Now your video. Now
She
your
had a
videos.
perfect moment.
I know.
Am I back?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit back. Your video, your audio, and your your voice video out sync for a little bit, and then you went robot.
Do you know why I let that dire wolf go? The visage
Damn
of
it, that was
Strahd
a
appears
great
before
line.
you.
So what I said was, y'all can hear me now, right? Am I
Yeah,
clear?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we're good.
What I said was, I've been the last of my tribe, scared and alone with nothing but destruction around me.
Mm-hmm.
I know what it's like. And it's not fun. And I don't want to see that happen again, but something tells me the land is going to make me face this.
There's a lot of strange things going on here.
I know we got roped into this and all we were traveling companions before, but thank you for having my back. We'll find our way through this.
And I always will, as long as I can. As long as I possibly can.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go. You get some rest, all right? You should cover that wound.
Yep.
And I imagine that we have something to cover it up with. I've got some like cloth that I have. Like, let me see.
Yeah, you can probably just like bandage it up or put some cloth over it, whatever it is. But it is like Lorelai doesn't really wear armor. And her clothes kind of got a little shredded.
Actually, what I'll do is I'll tear a little bit off. Like, Kilram looks down at his holy vestments and he's like, we've got enough holy men in this party. And he takes them off and he just has his robes on.
That is a very holy robe you got there.
Now it's extra holy.
That's right.
It's singed with
Damn it.
divine violence.
Divine.
And I'll bandage it up. And I'll spend the time to bandage Lorelai up and help her out there.
Aww. Kilram.
So I love all of this, and I'm putting a coin in the bowl for Lorelai and Kilram being best friends and taking care of each other. And I'm putting a coin in the bowl for Eric being a TV evangelist and healing the sick, but actually healing the sick. And I'm also putting a coin in the bowl because, God damn you, with your fucking pop in, does anybody need a pelt? I love it. Your negative charisma having ass.
Yeah.
Just, hey, I got pelts if anyone needs a pelt.
Anybody
See,
fooled?
your negative charisma is just like coming in at the wrong moment, like the
Yeah.
wrong wrong place, wrong time. My
Yeah.
negative charisma is like I'm the moodiest, broodiest, like angry girl all the time.
Yeah.
Cassie is our
Exactly.
edgelord. Or
Ugh.
to be edge lady.
Edge lady.
Right.
Let's just say.
I need an edge lady to my edge lord.
So, oh god, you guys don't know
Lord and
anything
Lady
about.
Edge.
You don't know anything about Eric's background yet, so we'll go edgelord
God.
later.
You want to talk about sins of the fucking father? All of you, I think, except for
Johnny.
Aceres. No, I think except for Aceres have like
Yeah.
really tragic backstories.
like no one comes into Strahd like I'm Jeff the Pie Maker and I accidentally made it into Barovia. Hello,
Hello.
I'll defeat him with
Okay.
my pies.
If Killis
Pies
dies,
and the
I'm
power of
making an
friendship.
artificer.
Jeff,
He's gonna be a pie maker.
Jeff the
Just
Pie.
the pie maker.
Pie.
Arcane pie.
All right,
Jeff.
so.
All right.
What will we do?
So everybody is free to take their long rest.
Oh, thank God.
Heck yeah.
Oh, thank
man.
God. I'm so happy
Needed
about that.
that.
Yes.
Cassie, long rests are always great, but now they just mean one less day for you.
Huh?
Long rests just mean one less day for you now.
Shut up. Don't say
Oh,
that.
that was fucking shitty, man.
Damn it.
Dawn
Well
of
timed,
the-
but shitty.
Dawn of the first day.
Dawn of the first day of the last bit of your life.
You've suffered a terrible fate, haven't you?
I get to pick new spells.
Oh yeah, that's fucking great.
Sorry,
This
Cassie.
is
I had
this
to
is
say it. I
this
love
is
you.
why you picked that color of why of the microwave noises, huh? Joshua,
I mean,
that thing I posted today.
yeah, you make microwave noises.
I make microwave noises.
Mm.
Oh, hi, kitty.
So everybody can hit that long rest. Everybody is nice and rested up. Morning comes and you are given your weapons back.
Was that perfectly timed or what?
God damn it, Anthony.
It took a little bit. I'm sorry.
God
Oh my god, I love it so
damn
much.
it, Anthony.
Can't see the me in my sketch.
Do you know why I saved that wolf?
That wolf.
It says you want to know why I saved that wolf, and it's a firbolg, but there's like a lot of static there.
all across it.
Wait, let's put in chat.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
Oh my god.
Ladies and gentlemen, Anthony's meme making skills are fucking a thing of
I
legend.
love it so much.
You guys got to
Makes me
understand.
so
Those
happy.
backgrounds that he throws up all the time, he changes it all the time. 90% of those he makes up while we're on the frickin' stream.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's like
man.
crazy.
That's a good one. I really like that one a lot though.
I still think the Richard
That's a
Simmons
good one.
Barbarian is my favorite.
That one was pretty good too.
Like promo for Tuesday. Love yourself. Love yourself.
So you are
Oh,
given back
man.
your weapons, and you are pretty much getting like sent on your way. And as you're getting ready to leave, you're stopped by Aceres. And she says, guys, I know what we're doing is like really important here. But I spent some time last night talking with the elder, and I really think these people could use my help.
and I still want to help you guys, and I still want to get out of here. And there's stuff I have to do, but I think I could help some of these druids get better at being druids. And, you know, anything that could help against Strahd is in the right direction, right?
If you
I
feel
think
that your calling is to help these people, then there is a reason.
I'll come back. I'll help
We
you
may
guys.
have to come find you. Do not think that your role in this ragtag group was by accident. We do need you. But
I'll be there when you need me.
in that
But
case, we'll leave now.
I think I'm also needed here. It can't be too hard to find you guys. You make a lot of noise and you kind of tramps around a whole bunch. And I've kind of got the best eyes on the party, so I
This
think I'll
is
be able to
true.
find you whenever it's time.
I'm going to walk into a lot more trees.
She kind of looks over all of you and nods to you and says, "Be safe, all of you. Don't do anything dumb."
we won't.
Intentionally being quiet because this,
Yeah.
yeah.
No promises.
Yeah.
I know Anthony is just chaotic energy in all of his characters. Just
I feel like
he just-
Johnny is a lot more restrained than Dude.
Oh,
Johnny's a common dude.
I look at Aceres and say, "May Tyr's light shine upon you in all things that you do."
and she extends a hand and shakes your hand and goes around and says her goodbyes to everyone, and then you guys are ready to load up and go to wherever it is that you're going next.
We were headed back, I do believe.
Lucky to collect the
Family.
Yep.
collect the contract.
Yep. And deliver the rest of the wine, I do believe, that we had left in the forest somewhere.
For that you will need to kind of circle back a bit, but you can go. You're gonna have to basically take the road until it kind of forks off
Mhm.
to the highway instead of Valaki, and you're gonna have to cross over that bridge and
Go
just
by the Wizards of Wine again.
no, it's not too far outside of Valaki,
Mhm.
where the wine's been stashed.
Okay.
But you can definitely get there. Okay, give me an overland travel roll.
I guess I'm the new.
So,
Robot.
Ah, robot.
you know why I saved those wolves? Am I doing survival?
Mhm.
I
I said
want-
I'm the new perception person. My
Yeah.
internet
Yep.
is acting up tonight.
I think
Ever since I kicked my laptop.
Don't kick
Uh-oh.
your laptop. It's the first
Another-
rule of
I
tech
declared natural
support.
20
is
on
don't
perception.
kick your laptop.
I think we just found our new shirt design.
Don't kick your laptop.
No, do you know
No,
why I
dude, do you
saved
I
that
saved those
wolf?
wolves? Do you know why I saved that wolf? Yeah. Oh man.
Fantastic.
So he got a nat 20 on
Wonderful.
the perception roll apparently, which I did not have the rolling thing up for.
Yep,
I
and a
apologize.
21 on survival.
I
Jeez
roll-
Louise.
I rolled a 9.
I'm gonna roll
on my
another.
D12.
I'm gonna roll a d12 in place of Jonathan, who is not here currently, but is still in the party.
I want to
Bro,
see if
come
something
here.
works
No.
real quick.
Okay.
Okay, it's not gonna work.
No.
I roll
Whatever.
roll beyond. Not beyond, but a roll 20. So a D8 or D12, right?
D12.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
There's my big whopping 3.
There's so many jokes there.
Okay. So.
Oh, Kessie, you had lend a hand on that, which is a +1 to your roll.
Oh.
So lend a hand will transfer to the next
Yeah,
the next major roll that you make, because for
yeah,
the
'cause for the
overland route-
D12, it's not gonna.
unless you want to make that 9 a 10, you are free to make that 9 a 10.
I don't.
Now I'm
I don't know
afraid.
what. I don't know what that's gonna do. I don't know.
You
if
don't.
It's gonna...
You have no idea what that's
I have
gonna do.
no clue what that's gonna do.
Maybe you should explain your travel rules again, Josh, because that will
No.
let people know.
So
No,
here,
no, no.
yeah.
I know his
So
travel rules.
I'll
The
explain.
problem
my travel.
is we don't know what the D12s really truly do. We don't know like what the numbers specifically entail, kind of thing.
I think as with all good GMs, it changes every time he rolls.
No. Actually, there are. So the way I do my overland travel, just a quick little power through it. In case any aspiring DMs want to steal it from me, because I stole it and then tweaked it a bit from somebody else. I have a dedicated survival check for trailblazing / like following the trail. How quickly can you lead the group, etc. I have a dedicated perception check because someone is always on watch. You're the first person to spot the danger if the danger comes, or anything interesting if anything interesting pops up. And then I have everyone else roll d12s. Typically on d12 rolls, a lot of people like to do that. You get a 1 or a 12. It's combat. But there are a lot of numbers in between 1 and 12 that a lot of different things can happen. So the way I have it set up is there's a couple of different charts. If it's all odds, it means one thing. If it's all evens, it means one thing. If it's a straight, like in poker, where it's like a 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever, it means another thing. There's for highs and lows. It doesn't always mean that you're going to get combat if you roll a 12, because that's how I used to do it. And what that ended up being was the players would roll a 1 or a 12, and they'd be like, "Oh no!"
No. So he changed that.
So instead of having the predictability of like, "Oh fuck, I rolled a 12, now we got to fight," and
So
potentially
now
having
it's a lot harder to
metagaming, it's a
track.
lot harder to tell what happens.
To track what's gonna happen. So that's what I mean by like, I don't know if I make it a 10, if it's gonna be better or worse.
I just thought of a new contest for Strahd.
I stole that. I stole that from Monarch's Factory on YouTube. She's great. You should check her out. Love her a lot. And she has a whole bunch of D&D videos that everyone can enjoy.
Excellent.
I don't know what to
Started working at
do.
Geek and Sundry too, I believe.
I believe she did. Yeah. Either way.
Well, the person who
Recently,
gave
like
it to
within
you
a
was
year or
hoping
so.
you'd make it a 10.
Or we can hold on to it for next big roll.
Or I can hold on to. I was hoping. Oh, okay. Well, since the person who gave it to me says that he is hoping I would make it a 10, then I'm gonna make it a 10 because that's what.
Ta-da! So now Josh has
That's what
his
it was
wish.
supposed to be intended for. So
Okay.
I
So we
will
have a
use
10.
it that way.
So we have a 10, a 6, and a 3.
And we would now call this the Terra of the 10.
So.
And I have sugar-free jelly beans.
So,
Don't eat too much of them.
Yeah,
I know.
I've
I
seen
know.
the
gonna
Amazon
say the
reviews.
same thing.
Those are gummy bears. These are safe.
Yeah, those are the gummy bears. Yeah, those are technically gummy bears, but still, they're still sugar free, which
Yeah,
probably has the same type of ingredients in it.
it does.
So
Put it this way, it says the serving size is 27 pieces. I way respect that. I don't go near that number.
okay, good.
wait, a serving is 27 pieces?
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of jelly beans.
You don't want to eat that many
No,
jelly
it's
beans.
not. It's a handful.
Yes. Okay.
That's-
Perfect. I was just told that yeah, if I get killed, then I get candy corn. So cool. We're all good.
Does it have maltol? It does have maltol.
Oh God.
Is that the ingredient?
Is that the poop ingredient?
I'm assuming it is. I mean, that sounds like something that Meg would know about.
That's what Meg just said. She had yikes.
Is
Right.
it how many?
No, he didn't eat 27. He said he doesn't go anywhere near. That's the ingredient. Yep.
No way.
So,
Yeah, I was like I said, I was pretty sure that if there's anyone who would know for sure what exactly it is, it'd be Meg.
Rip
So-
Jess.
Oh, I will later.
so the group of you make your way down the path, down the road, trying to get back to where the wine was stashed. Johnny, you were able to see exactly where it was stashed, so finding it again
Oh, cool.
is incredibly easy for you to
Yeah.
do. I assume that it's the same setup with you driving and
Killer him in front.
kill him riding shotgun.
Oh, before I went to bed, or no, first thing in the morning,
Mhm.
I'm going to cast Find Steed.
Oh, cool.
So I will be down a second level slot.
Okay. Give me the description for Find Steed again one more time.
Oh, one moment. I had to find it real fast. I apologize. I should have had it. Well, no, I shouldn't have. I didn't know I was going to cast it until it's now. Find Steed. The description reads as follows. You summon a spirit that assumes the form of an unusually intelligent, strong, and loyal steed, creating a long-lasting bond with it. Appearing in an unoccupied space within range, the steed takes on a form that you choose: a warhorse, a pony, a camel, an elk, a mastiff.
A pony.
Your GM might allow other animals to be summoned as steeds. The steed has the statistics of the chosen form, though it is a celestial, fey, or fiend, your choice, instead of the normal type. Additionally, if your steed has an intelligence of 5 or less, its intelligence becomes a 6, and it gains the ability to understand one language of your choice that you speak. Your steed serves you as a mount both in combat and out, and you have an instinctive bond with it that allows you to fight as a seamless unit. While mounted on your steed, you may make any spell can make any spell you cast that targets only you also target your steed, which means my steed is like thunderous smite and shit. When the steed drops to
Okay.
0 hit points, it
Jesus.
disappears. Yes.
Right?
Yes. It disappears, leaving behind no physical form. You can also dismiss your steed at any time as an action, causing it to disappear. In either case, casting the spell again summons the same steed, restored to its maximum hit points. With your steed, while your steed is within 1 mile of you, you can communicate with each other telepathically. You can't have more than one steed bonded by this spell at a time. As an action, you can release the steed from its bond at any time, causing it to disappear.
So it pops up and you've just got this horse forever now, until it like dies or you dismiss
No,
it.
even when it dies, I just cast the spell again and it comes back fully healed.
Well, no, I mean like, say you cast the spell and then you get into town and you're not riding this steed anymore. Does it go away or
No, it acts like a horse,
okay?
except a hyper-intelligent horse.
Word. Okay, so that means that you're just gonna have this horse from now on.
Yes.
Word. It's not like a concentration thing.
No.
Got it. That's what I wanted to double check. So tell me about this horse that you summon up.
It looks exactly like the horse I learned to ride on. It is a chestnut brown mare. It is, very gentle. It
Hmm.
has big brown doughy eyes. Um, it is very intelligent. We recognize each other immediately, and she is going to be celestial in nature because of my oath, and she is, I learned how to ride on this horse. It was my father bought it for me specifically on my 10th birthday, and she ended up, because they're prone to it, she ended up getting basically a wet lung disease and died over the winter in Waterdeep, because unfortunately winters are insanely harsh. But it was, I learned to ride with it, and had lots of adventures and everything with her. But it was one of those whole things that tragic ends, and probably my first real experience with loss.
So you summon up this steed, and it is just as you say, the same visage of the steed that you learned how to ride on. And just like you remember, she appears. However, she appears as you remember her towards the end of her life. As the magic of Barovia is twisted and corrupted, she is fully healthy and not even really a real steed, as you said. But her appearance is that of the still like familiar to you steed that you had for so long. But she looks sickly. Um,
Hmm.
and she appears to you, and you are able to ride. What's the language that you choose?
Common.
Can she speak it?
No, well, we can communicate telepathically. And actually, no, I'll
Telepathically.
choose celestial.
Celestial. So, she she appears to you, and you hear a voice in your mind, um, that says, "Do not be frightened by my appearance, Eric. I am sorry that I am twisted in this form, but I will serve you well as your faithful steed."
Do you feel any discomfort? I can allow you to depart until I leave this place, and I can utilize normal transportation rather than have
I
you forced into this form.
I feel nothing.
If that changes, you will inform me.
Of course. And she kind of like motions her head, like, "Now get on this."
Alright. So, now that I have a creepy steed, thanks, Josh.
You're welcome.
Woo! Creepy
It's Barovia, baby. Every spell is creepy. Skeletons, blood, maggots,
Skeleton.
flies.
Oh,
Yeah, I was totally terrified when I used lay on hands that you're going to make it all weird.
That's the one thing that I'm like, the creepiest thing I did about it is instead of just saying you healed the wounds, I just described how the bones like pop back into place, and that was
Yeah.
fun.
But
Fun for you, fun for me, fun for everyone. So, you are riding beside the cart on your new faithful and trusty mount, and you guys ride for a couple of hours. The day is the day is getting kind of there's kind of a fog that has been over the lake. That's just kind of this entire area is not like it's so dense that you can't see ahead of you, but it's like extra misty out here today. Um, but as you guys continue on, you get over the bridge, and it is easy peasy lemon squeezy. Johnny, you find exactly where the barrels have been stashed, and you pull the cart off the road to go get them. They are all not only here, but it looks like they have been just completely untouched, which is very, very lucky for all of you. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh God.
Oh no!
Mhm. Mhm.
You're muted. You muted yourself.
Yeah, I know. I just
Yes.
whenever he was like,
Not you,
yeah,
Ray.
my
Ray could
father.
just say
Oh,
something, but
oh.
No, I said, excuse me, sir. I was a noble. I was expected to learn to ride, unlike you peasants.
Papa, Papa, I want a horse. Eric as a
Papa,
kid,
Papa.
probably.
so you get here and it is stop being a dick.
He doesn't know how to do that.
Yeah, no, he doesn't.
Yes, Ray, I am a hard ass now, okay? I don't cry for nothing anymore. You've used it all up. You've used me up.
That's not true.
That's not true. No, that's not true at all.
Oh no, I'm gonna make it happen.
Oh, but we still have more information to
No.
learn about your masters in the temple.
So
God damn
yikes.
it.
And of course, Harry has a lot more surgeries to perform.
Oh, God.
I just have
That
to
I
keep,
feel like that's the one I'm most likely to cry in the most right now.
I just have to keep talking about how much I love my brother and how much I don't want to lose him on.
Oh my God.
And then she'll just.
So
I
Josh
caught, like, the-
Hawkins, if you're watching, if your character suddenly ends up with a sucking gut wound that Harry has to perform surgery on, with your brother watching over and might be the only person who can help her during the surgery,
You guys are so
it
cruel.
might happen.
You guys are so
take my
cruel.
kidney,
So
doc.
cool.
You guys are so
Take
cruel.
my kidney, doc. Save him. He's all I
My
got.
God, damn it. No, I caught like the smallest little bit of the conversation between y'all on Friday. Like I happened to like start to listen for a second and I was like, oh shit, no, I cannot listen to this right now. I was like, oh fuck, no. I was like, I'm gonna have to come back and watch this episode again later because I don't want to be that person who starts crying in the middle of a party, essentially.
Why am I crying in the bathroom of this party? All right, so you all get here and the wine is still here. It's still intact. It's virtually been untouched. There are 3 barrels of the there are 3 barrels of the purple grape mash, which was their they're just kind of like their version of box wine. I don't want to dunk on box wine and say that it's terrible.
Barovia's best. Well, what did I say? It was Arbor's Mist, but
Arbor
it was
Mist.
the Arbor Mist of Barovia. Barovia's Mist.
The Arbor Mist of Barovia.
Oh man.
There is a lot of drunken nights on Arbor's Mist and Franzia as well.
Yes, yes.
The best that my local gas station would offer.
You mean you just
The
didn't go for the
biggest and
$3
best.
bottle of Mad Dog?
Oh no, I wasn't that bad. But the 750 milliliter of like $12 bottle of wine. Man, there were some nights definitely am glad I forgot.
So there are 3 barrels of purple grape mash number 3, and the purple grape mash number 3 is Johnny. You would recognize this as like the wine of the people. It is nothing super special. Doesn't really taste very great.
But it does the job.
But it definitely gets the job done. Then you have 4 of the Red Dragon Crush. That one is a bit more like for special occasions and it's somebody's birthday or it's your anniversary. It's so you're willing to blow a little more on that. And then there is one that has been untouched of the Champagne du Liston.
Everything besides that sounds like it should be like a Capri Sun flavor.
Yes.
And how much there was one of the Champagne du Laston?
Yeah, the Champagne du Liston. That one, Johnny, you have never, ever, ever had, as it is very much.
Yeah.
It is very much reserved for like the nobility.
Mhm.
You know, this is like the wine that like Barovia Jeff Bezos drinks. Now there is a Barovia Jeff Bezos. You're gonna meet him.
No,
Be right
no.
Yeah.
Plus up proteins.
You're gonna meet him, and we're all gonna learn a lot of things about me as a person on this stream.
Hey.
Hey, Kessie,
Huh?
we've just had some new Dagger Dollar rewards proposed in chat. One of them is to force your monk to yell K strike
I know.
every time
I
she does a
saw
sunny
that
strike.
already. I saw that. Jesus.
Nice.
We'll see.
Nice.
We'll see.
So,
Maybe if people
I'll
start
blo-
being nicer to me. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll blow all of my dagger dollars on that.
God. All right. I guess it's gonna be a thing.
So, the barrels here will definitely fit into the back of the wagon, even with some of these hides there. Especially now that Eric and Asarius are not riding in the back as well.
Mhm.
There's plenty of room for it. You guys just kind of scoop up these barrels, and as you are scooping up these barrels, Kiram, you're still kind of keeping watch, letting
Always paranoid.
letting Lorelai and Eric kind of do more of the heavy lifting. You're just on watch, and you actually hear you hear it before you see it. there's this voice that's kind of echoing on the wind, and it's just this trail of echoing whispers that's just unintelligible at first, and it culminates into this loud kind of hiss. There's just this kind of like and you turn to see that standing in the mist is this figure that is on this skeletal horse that is clad in this war armor. And as the mist kind of clears a bit more, you see that there is this man dressed in chainmail armor, wielding a great sword, who is upon this steed. The steed's eyes glow this bright crimson red, and you see coming from underneath the helmet there is also a glow of red there. And he points a very long skeletal hand at you, and removes the faceplate of the helmet, and a skull is revealed with these glowing eyes, and his head ignites into flame, and he says, "You should run from this place. If you die here, your soul will be mine." What do you do?
I mean, it's a very sensible suggestion.
You are the only one to see this.
Okay, gotcha.
Killam goes, guys, we've got company. And I'll bust out my wand and say, try and take it.
Oh my goodness, Loud Kitty is loud.
No, where is he? I don't
so
even know where he's at or what he's doing.
I don't know, but he so this guy rears the horse back, and the entire horse erupts into flames as well as him, and he begins to charge at you, and that is where we are going to end for the night. We will begin next week with combat with you guys fighting the Flaming Horsemen.
What did you do?
Nice.
Holy
What
crap.
did you do? Why are you wet?
Well,
No, the cat.
The cat.
Cat got in the toilet.
Probably.
Probably.
All right. Well, thank you, Josh, for
Yes.
Either that or the water bowl.
for
trying to
destroying my
finish up
mount.
my Bezos. Fucking.
Ah,
My
yes.
patient's background.
Yes.
Come on, do it.
I'm
Do it.
working on it, guys.
Mad scrambling,
Yeah.
mad scrambling.
Give me fantasy Jeff Bezos in Barovia.
Working on it.
Put
Wrong
his
type of
face on
flaming, Captain.
Strahd.
So, thank you, Josh, very much for running Curse of Strahd for us
Oh,
tonight.
yes,
I
of
had a
course.
great fucking time. And I hope everyone else did too, even though Cassie almost cried.
I did not. That's not true.
When you and Kilrim were sitting there having the conversation,
No.
talking about how
definitely
your
not. I don't
daddy
know what
was a
you're talking
werewolf,
about. Nope. No clue what you're talking
and how
about.
you're scared about you're gonna have to get killed like he did.
I
None of
don't. I don't.
None of
mm-mm.
that rings a
Mm-mm.
bell.
Nah, she was more. She's more concerned about getting off and playing Animal Crossing.
No, she's a hard ass.
No,
now,
I'm
remember?
not.
She's a
She's
hard
got
ass
app-
now.
She's got apples to shake off trees.
First of all, my island has peaches. Second of all,
I would have peaches.
Second of all, I know, right? I was like,
Your island would
Have
have
island.
peaches.
It's
Island of
I
Peaches.
was like,
14-year-old boy.
I was like, oh, if that's not perfect, I don't know what is. And also, I've already shaken off all the peaches that I can in the area that I'm in. I can't get
Hell
to
yeah,
the rest
you
of my
have.
island.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah,
I
you
have.
have.
Hell yeah, I
yeah,
have.
you have. Hell
Millions
yeah.
of peaches.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
Peaches for me.
peaches.
Meg put that up in
All the peaches.
chat. So, but thank you all, everyone, for tuning in tonight. We really appreciate it. We're sorry about all the technical difficulties. Everything was going crazy every which way it could. But if anyone noticed, we had not one single camera explosion all night long. So naturally, the moment we get that fixed, a
Of
bunch
course,
of other
everything
stuff
else
goes to
just, like,
shit.
Of course. That's how it always
So-
works out, right?
Yeah, there you go. So basically, thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. We're gonna hopefully we can get the other things that happened. Unfortunately, with situations beyond our control, we really appreciate your patience. We really appreciate everyone who came back after we had to restart the stream. Thank you so much for doing that. We can't even begin to relate to you how much that means to us that you were willing to wait and actually come back. I mean, it doesn't sound like a big deal, but you don't understand how much of a big deal it is, and how much often streams that do that, they lose half the people they're viewing, and almost all of you came back. That was amazing. Thank you.
Damn, cat, come here.
And also, remember, we have several contests going on right now. We have 2 contests going on. We have the Race to 9K, where we're giving away the D&D Essentials box set, a player's guide, an extra set of dice, and we're giving away $100 in store credit to our Dinner and a Game store in order for you guys to rep the show that gave you the brand new addiction. This again is a giveaway tailored to getting people who have been thinking about getting into D&D that chance to take that first big step. This is an amazing set. It's really excellent, and like you said, it'll get you started in the D&D. After that, though, it's going to be up to you guys. And also, we're doing our Twitch contest, which is trying to get us to 300 followers on Twitch. We already have, I think we're at 201. We might be higher than that now. I don't know for sure. Do you
Let
have it
me
up?
check and
Yeah.
see.
But we are going to be giving away that set of minis that's
nope.
showing up right in the middle of the screen right now. What is it?
It's still showing 201 right now, but hold
201?
on.
Okay. That's
Let
actually.
me see.
But yes, we're giving away a huge set of minis for this giveaway, and we're hoping to get this done in October, because this is a very spooky set of minis, because it is our vampire set of minis. There is a vampire lord, there is his mistress, there is his vampire thralls, shadows, undead, wolves, a giant man bat thing, which I think is probably the vampire in some kind of hybrid form. But it is an amazing set. It's HD minis that I'm going to print out on my 3D printer, and we're going to give those away to one winner. Oh shit, Captain! I totally forgot. It was Captain Caffeine's birthday today, and he wanted something. He wanted something special for him in the stream, and we did not do anything special for
Oh,
Captain.
what?
So-
Why-
And it was my fault because he posted it up into Discord, and then I fucking totally forgot.
And we're at 202.
And we're at
Just so.
202. So
Captain,
what shall we
Captain.
do for the
Oh,
captain?
Captain. Oh, Captain, my Captain. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
And that is.
Birthday, Captain Cappy.
But yeah, thank you so much for being with us, Captain, and thank you so much to all of our followers for being with us. We have no idea what every single one of you means to us. Captain has been a huge help to us on the stream. He bought Evan a new chair.
Yeah.
Which was
That was.
Evan's old chair. Did you burn that thing?
Please tell me you burned it.
It's not my chair to burn, sadly.
Oh,
Nah.
no, well.
We'll
Well,
buy it.
We'll buy it from them, and then we'll take it out somewhere and burn it.
Burn it.
Oh no, we won't burn it. We're not gonna burn
Well,
it. We're gonna do an
we're gonna
office space scene.
Yes.
Yeah. Hell
And we will
yeah.
film that for Patreon.
Yes, yes.
All right,
Now
so
it's
but
time, motherfucker.
Captain has been Captain is one of our Patreon supporters. He is a subscriber on Twitch, and he has been an incredibly instrumental in us, being able to do what we do. We cannot do this show without him, really. And I have explosives.
He has explosives.
We only have to go to Pennsylvania to get them.
Yeah.
So but anyway, we really, really thank you, Captain. There's nothing we can really say that actually really puts it into words, except for the fact that thank you. I mean, the type of support you've shown us. It's one of those things when all of us start burning out, and we all start kind of like going, man, 4 times a week, so fucking tired, and then we're just like, there are people who are actually invested in whether or not we make it and whether or not we keep going. There are people out there who care about this tiny little fucking stream.
I know. It's weird. It's crazy.
Please come
Means
get
the
them.
world to me.
Yeah, but every single time we get into situations like this where we're all, this past couple of weeks have been pretty rough for us. I think all of us have had really hard times, and everyone was really tired. It's one of the reasons we decided to try and table dinner conversations for a bit, because for 4 shows a week was just getting to be too much, and so we decided to cut back. And so we're doing our best to make sure that we are doing everything we can to make sure you guys enjoy your experience. There's a thing that I've said a lot about being a GM that really applies to this situation. When someone agrees to do something for someone else, like run a game, or in this case, we all kind of shot fucking Anthony's background. Perfectly placed too. Very good. But
Damn it, I can't. Yeah, it's fine.
But yeah, so when people agree to do something like this, we are doing this to have fun. We are playing a role-playing game. We're having a blast, and I know I'm having a blast running for these guys. I'm having a blast playing in Josh's game, but we also know we are kind of taking on responsibility because we're putting this out there and asking other people to come in and watch us play a game for 4 hours. And that is no small responsibility, and we take it incredibly seriously. We know we're not professionals. We know we're not getting paid to do this. We know we're not making any fucking money. We don't care about that. We want to make sure that we are, number one, enjoying ourselves, which is all about, if we enjoy what we're doing, it's going to come across on the stream when we're doing this for you guys. And we are making sure that we are providing the best content possible. When we have these technical problems, I freak out so fucking much because I'm doing everything I can to try and ensure that this goes well. And then something happens that's completely out of my control, like, internet hiccups or whatever, and suddenly we're having all these issues. And this, it's very hard to be in a situation Better than amateur porn, at least. Thank you very much, Captain. But yeah, it's we do our best because we want the best for you guys, and we know that it's not going to be absolutely perfect. Um, I've said it before. Anthony has been an incredible addition. You know, not just for him playing characters on stream, but for the layouts he's made for us. For the for his ability to create these kind of content on the fly.
I mean, this is great content. Strahd, Jeff Von
Damn it,
Bezos
I
Strahd.
can't even.
Jeff Von Zarovich.
Thank you.
So anyway, but yeah, we everything about what we do is both about it's about us expressing our joy in RPGs through this medium, hopefully to entertain others. And what we hope more than anything else is that you guys will try this yourselves at home if you haven't, and if you have, that you will see us, you'll remember it, and you'll want to try it again. And it is what we want more than anything else. And so that is kind of why we do all this stuff. So, but like I said, remember, we have a contest going on, Race to 9K. We're giving away the stuff. Cancel? My Alexa just went nuts.
Hey.
It's Bezos.
It's Bezos, he heard us.
He knows.
Alexa, stop listening to me.
He knows. He knows.
Josh, last time we came to Jeff Bezos.
Alexa,
If we
stop.
don't,
The last time I talked shit about Jeff Bezos in front of an Alexa, my heart broke down.
What's worse is it was me because
if
you
we
guys
all
are on
don't show up
headsets.
to the next stream, you'll all know what happened to us.
Oh, shit. But anyway, we're doing the Race to 9K. We're also doing our Twitch to get to 300. We're giving away those incredible minis that are in the center of the screen. They're HD printed. They're from a Kickstarter. They're not from a Kickstarter. These are from a subscription service. So you can only get access to these STL files if you go through the subscription service. And that I've done. And I am giving these away to you guys. So if you guys, one of you get us to 300 followers, someone is going to win these minis, and they are going to be like almost completely exclusive to you guys. No one else will really have these minis because, like I said, no one really has access to them. And so it'll be an amazing situation for you guys. You can pull those out the table, and people are going to be like, holy crap, where did those come from? Nice knowing you. But anyway, and we also are, of course, Extra Life. We cannot say enough about this charity. It's amazing. If you can contribute, please contribute to Extra Life. This charity is doing good work for children, and it's a charity that was created by gamers, and it is driven by gamers. It is, it's basically setting aside all those stupid things that were ever said about gamers being lazy and gamers not really caring and that. It put all that and threw it on its ear. I mean, this charity has raised literally millions and millions of dollars for children's hospital charities, and that's not something to be overlooked. So please, if you can, donate. If you can't, share the link. Let people know about it. It's an amazing charity, and it gives almost all the money that gets raised by Extra Life goes to the actual hospitals in need. Finally, also, I should say, we have our Patreon going on. If you want to support us and you don't like subscribing on Twitch, you don't like the idea of it, okay, no problem. You can support us on Patreon. And if you don't want to support us on Patreon, we also have our store. Our store is, where you can actually buy branded gear for us. The Patreon, we're going to have more of our branded gear as rewards on there, such as our dice sets and our dice vaults, which are coming in. But until then, we only have digital rewards right now. We need to get the newsletter finished, and we need to get we're going to be doing. Right now, we only have like 3 patrons, so we're going to be doing a Q&A as one of the rewards. But we don't have really a lot of people on there, so we could just like literally invite them into a Skype call if they wanted to do a Q&A right now. So we don't really have to do a Q&A at this point. But we are looking to we have a lot of
I'm
awards set
sure
up
my
there.
mother would love that.
Really? Well,
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I'd have to ask her.
Yep. Well, the other person is Philip. and he's on the show. So, so yeah,
Well,
so we as we get more people on there, we have rewards already set up in place for our Patreon subscribers. Please go check it out. And like I said, if you also want to support us but don't like Patreon, you can buy our branded merch. That way, if you go into the game store that we promote, and but if you go to the game store like we're promoting, and you want to go in and you wear the Dinner in the Game shirt, they'll know that you support the show that promote them, because we do get in contact with these game stores before we put them on the show, and they do know we're putting them on the show. So if you guys go into the game store wearing our merch, they'll know that you're one of our fans, and that helps us out immensely too. Finally, and with the store of the week is I forgot already. I'm a bad person. I'm gonna throw it up because I can't remember the name of the store. I don't know if Meg's gonna get to it or if I'm gonna get to it first. I got it. Empire Central in League City, Texas. Make kind of like 30 seconds after I did, but that's because she's on a little bit of a delay. Empire Central in League City, Texas. This store is doing everything that it needs to do to make sure that you have a safe shopping experience if you go into the store. And if you don't want to go into the store, they are offering curbside service. They do require you call ahead because they do not have a website at this time. So call ahead and you can order your items, pay for them over the phone, and go into the store, go to the store and wait at the curb, and they will bring them out to the car. They're doing everything that they need. Oh no, it was my bad, Meg. Don't worry about it. If they're doing everything they need to do to make sure that you guys are safe during this crisis. So, and any store that's going to do that, we're going to promo the hell out of them and give them a lot of love because they deserve it, and because they are the backbone of our community. And if they don't survive COVID, then when this all wraps up and we're able to go back to normal, which, ladies and gentlemen, honestly, could be in another 6 months. The odd, we need to do everything we can to make sure that these stores beat the odds, survive COVID, and make it to the next thing, which is going to be the next grand golden age. Because after everyone spends so much time at home, there's going to be a lot of gaming going on after that. Let me tell you. So, other than that, though, we want you to be safe. If you can stay home, stay home. If you can, if you have to go out, if you have to go to work, go ahead and make sure you wear a mask. It's not just for your protection; it's for everyone's protection. But the only way to be safe is to stay home. So if you can stay home, please do. Other than that, if you guys didn't know, we love you incredibly much. We can't even express it in words. And we always say this at the end of every show because it's always the truth. At Dinner and a Game, we will always save you a seat at our table. And speaking of tables, we need to go find someone else's table to raid.
Oh, it's Sunday. We know who we're raiding.
Sunday. We know who we're raiding. Every Sunday, we raid the Grouch Couch. The Grouch Couch is an amazing show. So, if you guys have not seen the Grouch Couch, they are freaking amazing, and you guys need to stick around. Are we already going in?
No, not yet.
Okay. All right. So
I haven't pressed the button yet.
You guys, you don't even understand how amazing the Grouch Couch is. They're incredible. So stick around. You're gonna be entertained. Trust me. So, Anthony, throw us down.
All right, we got it. It's going 1, 2, 3.